My thanks to our guests. It was a good guest day. You can't say it wasn't. Max Asmus, Oral Roberts guard. Wayne Tinkle, the head basketball coach at Oregon State. Aziz Ojulari, NFL draft prospect. Check out episode 168 of the Jim Rome podcast with Will Compton. You'll like that one. It's really good. My thanks to the XR4 TI. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow. We're out.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Need cash fast? Figure can help. A Figure personal loan is a smart, fast way to get up to $50,000 from the comfort of home. Just go to figure.com and apply online in minutes. You can check your rate without affecting your credit. Whether you need cash for past, present, or future, Figure can have you funded in as few as 2 business days. Stop paying those sky-high interest rates and consolidate debt at a lower interest rate. Just go to figure.com. That's figure.com. Figure Lending LLC. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS 1717-824. Terms and conditions apply. Figure.com.
PR927FM.com is the Pirate Nation's home to stream pirate radio live or archived anytime.
Ramey and Trey Steins. Let's start with Trey first. On my far left, Ramey's son. What was it like when you officiated going through all the testing?
You know, it's one of those things that anyone who's had to go through the COVID test at this point, it's not a very appealing process having to show something, up your nose. And as much as we had to do it, by the end of the time, it had almost become a normal day event because we were testing 4 days a week.
PR927FM.com, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
What's the big deal?
Where can you get pizza, bread twists, specialty chicken, and more for just $5.99 each?
Is it at Domino's?
He hands off hand-tossed pizza and a marble cookie brownie. He's going! There's a lot of variety on the radio and at Domino's too, where you can
mix and match 2 or more. $5.99 each at Domino's.
2-item minimum. Pan pizza, bone-in wings, and bread bowls will be extra. Ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to US Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
Does the idea of going to your local U.S. Cellular store make you feel a bit uncomfortable? Tired of the hassle of waiting and wearing a mask? Let Toby Williams and his outside sales team take away that worry. They will come right to your home or office and drop your phone off on the porch or at the front desk for you. Saving you time and worry is what the team at Cellular Warehouse is all about. Call Toby today at 252-799-7051 and let them help you with all of your wireless needs. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. I am so excited to announce a brand new menu item now available at all Parker's locations. Come in for our delicious new boneless wings. Our wings are fresh, hand-cut right there in the store, never frozen, and our wings are big. Try them tossed in one of our signature sauces, sweet red barbecue sauce or barbecue honey mustard. Get a boneless wing bag for less than $5. That includes 6 boneless wings with hush puppies and corn sticks. Parker's Barbecue, a homemade tradition for over 50 years.
With rates being historically low, now is the best time to buy or refinance your home. This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685-842. Equal housing lender.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this one purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios and coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250, 930, and online at pr927fm.com. And you can watch us on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. And check out our program here, The Brian Bailey Show, our post-spring football practice press conferences. Almost said Zoom. They're not Zooms. They are live and in person. You can check that out, hear what Mike Houston has to say as he wraps up spring football practice. Every day we're out there. Also, our ECU baseball post-game Zooms. We got a few Pirate Radio podcasts up there. We've got something new coming. Keep an eye out for Pirate Radio Trivia, hosted by me. We recorded Ep 1 today. That'll be up here in the next couple of days. So play along at home, and if you want to participate, just send me a message on Twitter or Facebook, and we'll get you on as a contestant. That is presented by White Claw, and we crowned our first winner today, and that'll be coming out pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that on Facebook and YouTube. All right, coming up on today's show, we will talk some Pirate baseball. And I don't understand what exactly is going on, but I do know that ECU is scheduled to play Elon coming up on a Friday and Saturday. It'll be on the road. Why Elon's not playing conference opponent James Madison, I don't know. We'll talk about it with Corey Gloor coming up at 3:15. Glenn, we were talking about this earlier when you I didn't really think about the fact that Elon and James Madison are conference foes, and I looked it up. They're not only in the same conference, they're in the same division in their conference. And Elon and James Madison were scheduled to play this weekend. Instead, it'll be Elon versus ECU for 2 games.
And we've heard, I guess there's possibly some beef
between the coaches
or the ADs or something. There's an issue there. There's some bad blood. That's pretty shocking, man. I got to be honest.
Was there bad blood before this, or is the bad blood because Elon? Right. I guess there was bad blood before this. It had to be for them to. Is it postponed or canceled? I'll look at the.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of ECU and Virginia Tech. The situation went bad,
right,
and then there was no fixing it.
Yeah, and
once the water was poisoned.
It's very strange. We will.
I can't remember that happening. I'm sure it has, but it's just such an odd occurrence that you would drop a conference opponent the week of and then pick up a non-con
for 2 games.
For 2 games instead of the 3.
Yeah.
It just all is very bizarre.
And I was wondering why, too. It kind of makes sense when you look at ECU's schedule coming up. They've got North Carolina on Tuesday and they have then a series coming up with I believe Cincinnati, and that begins on Thursday. So due to Easter, they'll play Thursday, they'll play 2 Friday and 1 Saturday. So that's a lot of games coming up. Maybe get that extra day off on Sunday. That's not a bad thing for ECU.
I mean, it works out great, I think, for the Pirates, with the exception of the travel. But still, I mean, so I wonder, like, did the JMU Elon series get canceled before? Even though the announcements were on opposite days, the ECU one came first.
We knew the ECU was playing Elon yesterday. Today, so this was
and it didn't come from Elon; it came from James Madison.
This was 5 hours ago. JMU baseball tweeted out schedule update: JMU's home baseball series against Elon has been canceled. JMU is actively pursuing a different opponent for the weekend. And it's not postponed or anything; it's canceled. That is strange.
A conference series.
I saw one person. He's actually following me on Twitter. He's an ECU fan. He tweeted at JMU and said, "Come play the Pirates in Greenville." Well, we're already playing James Madison's scheduled opponent.
We already took your old opponent.
Elon. Maybe they come down on Sunday and play. I don't know. It's a very weird deal. But anyway, we
work out a 3-way dance with JMU and Elon.
Triple threat.
So they never have to play each other. They just play us.
Make it like the Keith LeClaire Invitational Part 2.
Yeah,
sure.
Have multiple teams here.
Yeah,
but they never face off because they can't be put on the same field.
You can't put them together. No, they're like two dogs that fight. You just can't put them in the same room.
All right, we'll get the thoughts of Corey Gloor coming up at 3:15 on that news, as he was prepared to call some home games this weekend. That will not happen. And this all started, by the way, with St. John's being unable to play here.
Right,
in
there's a whole other
situation.
Yeah.
So,
and I feel for Corey because he did all that research to prepare for the St. John series, and now has got to toss all of that out the window and turn around and get all his research done for Elon. So, from a broadcasting standpoint, that's got to be a little stressful for him.
He's getting ready for the Phoenix instead of the Johnnies now.
On the upside, he doesn't have all those northeastern names.
Oh yeah, they've got some doozies of Italian names on St. John's each and every year.
Some Jersey and New York representation for the Johnnies.
No doubt. All right, Jeff Nadeau's going to join us, and we will talk NBA trade deadline. We will talk some NBA lines and also look ahead to the Sweet 16.
What's your favorite trade of the NBA trade deadline?
Yeah, I was about to bring you into this conversation.
What's your favorite one? I have a favorite.
I love Vucevic for
Chicago,
for the Magic, and now for the Bulls. I was kind of surprised that the Bulls were that active. I don't know his contract situation, but I was surprised that, and I guess Orlando is just shipping off everybody.
Yeah, they're fire selling.
And I was a little surprised to see the Bulls as a destination for a player of that caliber. So, I mean,
Zach LaVine's really good.
Yeah.
He's had a great year.
Yeah.
And they tried to get Lonzo Ball, and I thought Lonzo and Zach LaVine together would have been magic. I thought that would have been killer backcourt.
No pun intended.
Not happening.
Instead, they grab a Magic.
Yeah.
So, I like that just because I like the player. How about you?
I mean, I love Aaron Gordon playing beside Joker. I think that's interesting. That you give him a really athletic wing/big man to put beside him at the 4. I think that's cool and that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I love Norman Powell to Portland for the same reasons. That you're giving them a big forward who can guard LeBron and Kawhi in the playoffs. My sentimental favorite is Lou Williams back to Atlanta.
What a dream matchup that
What
is.
a dream trade. Playoff Rondo back in L.A. And
yeah, Ronnie Woodward has to update his Rondo shirt.
He's got to get a Clippers Rondo jewel now.
Has he ever played for the Clippers?
No.
Wow. So add another one to the
another one to the rotation.
That's a long list of teams he's been on.
A very long list of teams. All right, so that's what's happened, and the trade deadline was 3:00, correct?
So so Kyle Lowry didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, Ball didn't go anywhere,
and Lonzo didn't go anywhere. Now you get into the buyout market. It looks like Andre Drummond will be the big piece to chase there. Maybe a JJ Redick will be out there.
So how does that work in 20 words or less, where the trade deadline's over, but guys can still move to new teams?
So buyouts happen. you know,
So
contracts just get bought out.
Okay.
And then you're free to go and sign elsewhere.
Okay.
But then also there is kind of a weird period around almost up till like 4 or 5 o'clock where like trades can still get done.
Right.
As long as the paperwork was sent into the league offices within time.
I remember the Hornets / Bobcats when they traded Gerald Wallace. Kind of they had made the playoffs.
Was this Gerald Wallace to Portland?
Yeah, I believe so.
For my goodness,
it wasn't Batum, was it?
Yeah,
it was.
It was Nicholas Batum. That's the only way the contracts worked.
Yeah. And I remember that trade happening, like, I think after the deadline had ended or right at the buzzer. But anyway.
Nicholas Batum, who he played for?
He plays for a good team. The Clippers?
You're correct.
Yeah, okay. I'm better than Charles Barkley.
I'm just asking.
At this game.
Yeah, I thought it was a good question.
I'm glad you asked me that one because I knew that one. I don't know many. All right, Jeff Nadeau, 340. Stephen Igoe. Here we go again. I got him slated for 4 o'clock ish.
Well, I am about to dip out to practice myself. I'm in the process of leaving.
So if you joined us on Tuesday, Igoe gave us 15 minutes of his time and then had to bolt.
I'm pretty sure that we could have gotten in trouble though. I feel like we're not supposed to be doing live interviews from the practice field.
Well,
I feel like we're not supposed to be doing that.
It's more of just a phone conversation that's on speaker that everybody in the surrounding area can hear. That's how we'll market it. So Igoe will join us at some point in hour 2 of today's program. Hour 3, we will talk to Ryan Robinson. Troy D will be here, and we'll talk to Double R about the ticket situation with more fans being allowed at events, and what does that mean for ECU? A lot of people are interested. Unfortunately, won't be any baseball at home to see this weekend, but a 4-game series coming up next week. And, of course, the big matchup in North Carolina on Tuesday. So if fans are interested in that, we will talk some tickets with Double R and more. Here we go, Glenn. Victor Oladipo to Miami.
Love it.
Woj bomb at 3:08 Eastern.
I would have. So they tried to get Lowry. They tried it heavy, but they wouldn't give up Tyler Hero. They offered them Duncan Robinson and another piece, maybe Precious Achua, the guy from Memphis.
Wow. If you'd have asked where he played, I would have no idea. I would have said still Memphis.
So that was out there. So I guess the Lowry trade didn't go through, and they went after Oladipo.
Interesting. All right.
I mean, that's a big backcourt. You put Oladipo beside...
what do we have now?
The Hornets have made a trade.
Oh, no. I don't know why I say, oh, no. I just know it's not good. What is it?
I mean, they acquired Brad Wanamaker from the Warriors. I just don't know what they gave up for it.
Brad Wanamaker. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a rando.
Very rando.
J.J. Redick is not getting bought out. He is getting sent to Dallas.
Okay. Raptors are keeping Kyle Lowry, according to Woj, just moments ago.
Brad surprised me. I thought the Norman Powell trade meant that they were done, like that they were going to blow it up.
Yeah.
I love NBA trade line day.
I love it. Yeah. And same with MLB. NFL is kind of boring compared to those other sports.
It's starting to get better, though.
Yeah, a little bit. But NBA is definitely...
NBA is the one.
The most action happens.
It in baseball.
All right. Big Dog is
I gotta go.
here. He's leaving. Chandler is coming in. We have intern Tully here. We have Shirley Rhodes here. Shirley, you want to run over a few headlines real quick? We'll get Corey on the phone after our break.
Yeah, I didn't really see much that you haven't already. Most of the information that I had was concerning the NBA, but there is one local news story. The governor held a press conference earlier today, and he has announced that he is opening up the vaccine to all adults 16 and older on April 7th.
Okay.
So no more waiting for your specific group as far as how they had them labeled and kind of grouped together. I think Group 4 was the next stage as far as vaccines go. He is now opening it up, and that's good news for a lot of folks because, like I said yesterday, I was keeping track of the COVID cases in the state of North Carolina, and they had them color-coded by counties, and, of course, red being the most affected cases or the most concentration of cases, and then you go down to, I think, yellow was the, I guess you could say, the least amount, and all but one county was in yellow. So we are starting to see a decline. So hopefully we're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. And, so April 7th, if you're 16 and older, you are eligible to get a vaccine. It's up to you whether you get it or not. I'm getting my second dose next week, so we'll see what happens.
All right, good deal there. Chandler, we'll welcome you in real quick. You any thoughts on Brad Wanamaker?
Well, I recognize the name. It's like you and Glenn said. It's just very random.
Yeah,
it's just everybody's. I think y'all just discussed this, but Victor Oladipo heading to Miami.
Yep.
All these blockbuster trades and all these exciting trades, and the Hornets. I feel like every year the Hornets always get some randos, and Brad Wanamaker is added to that list.
Spencer Percy, who joins us on the show from the Buzzbeat podcast, just tweeted Wanamaker is on a $2.2 million expiring deal. So I still don't know what Charlotte gave up, and Spencer says it's deep rotation insurance, hopefully only cost Charlotte a heavily protected second round pick. So I don't know if there's any word on what they gave up yet.
I'll try to keep an eye on it, and I'll report when needed.
All right, when we return, we will talk to Bucks fan and the play-by-play voice for ECU baseball, Corey Gloor. We'll ask him what he knows about St. John's. And it doesn't matter. We'll ask him what he knows about Elon. That does matter because they play the Pirates coming up on Friday and Saturday on the road. We will talk about that, what happened earlier this week in Chapel Hill, and more with Corey Gloor as the United States. This was like a women's national team score, Shirley.
Uh-oh.
The United States men are leading Jamaica 4-1.
Ooh.
They're actually scoring goals. So there you go.
Shocking.
It is shocking. Take a time out. Come back. Have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
This is Miles Minges. And this is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. We are proud to announce that Pepsi is once again the official soft drink of the ECU Pirates. That's right, Miles. Our family's purple and gold roots run deep. From founding members of the Pirate Club, alumni, and even a team physician, our support over the last 60 years has never wavered. We are Pirates. We're excited to be back at ECU and are honored to serve our great customers throughout Eastern North Carolina. Not only is this the birthplace of Pepsi-Cola, this is our home. Cheers, Pirate Nation. I like the sound of that. Support local, drink local, stay safe, and drink Pepsi.
Hey Pirate fans, it's time to get your yard done right with the new John Deere mower from Quality Equipment. Our premium lawn care lineup is what every homeowner needs this spring. A John Deere will change the way you mow with easy-to-use attachments, effortless steering, and intuitive controls. Right now, save up to $700 on X300, X500, and X700 series mowers. Learn more at QualityEquip.com and get quality done right. Offer ends 3/1/21. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Dr. Jones, you guys are expanding and growing.
Yeah, we sure are. One of the things that a lot of people don't know is that we actually have a pediatric practice as well. It's called Kinetic Pediatric Therapy. We've got speech, physical, and occupational therapy there just for kids. If you're concerned about your child's development or just want to make sure they're on track, you can bring them in for a screen. If they need evaluation, we're able to do that and help them continue to develop. For more information, you can visit us at kptkids.com or give us a call, 689-6043.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs, 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and in Chocowinity next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
Been pulled over for speeding and written a ticket? Then you need to call O'Neill's Speedometer Service in Greenville. O'Neill's can calibrate all vehicles for speeding tickets. All-wheel drives, no problem. 18-wheelers, no problem. Motorcycles, no problem. O'Neill's can also repair instrument gauges that have stopped working. Whether you drive a Ford or GMC, Greenville's trusted speedometer shop for over 30 years is O'Neill's. Call today for repairs or calibration work at 756-5050. O'Neill's Speedometer Service. Go Pirates.
Find yourself working from home or at least spending more time there? Want some remodeling for your house or a fresh look? How about a new deck or screened-in porch to add livable space outside? Don't know who to call? Well, you do now. Call the professionals at R&R Remodeling. They've been serving the local community for 15 years. Ronnie and his crew can help you today. Call for a free quote, 252-286-4119, or visit R&R Remodeling on Facebook. R&R Remodeling, construction you can count on.
Here today with PD, also known as Brian Meyerhofer to his friends and family, YF3.
Waking up this early in the morning isn't easy, but when you're coming to meet a group of guys that you have so much respect for, it makes it a little bit easier to not hit snooze on that alarm clock. I was looking for some way to sort of diversify my workout portfolio, and this is a great opportunity to not only do something different every day, but to meet a bunch of great guys in the community. And you want to perform at your best every day, but even when you're not, this group of guys is going to be here to help push you and help you reach your best every day.
One letter, one number, F3. Learn more today at f3enc.com.
0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, thank you very much, Shirley Rhodes. Welcome back into the program. We have two Dreyfuses in the building right now. Bryce is talking brackets, and he says, Shirley, that Troy D should not get a point for his Iona pick.
Of course.
Now, he is a little biased because he is right there tied in the standings with his dad, Troy. So
this is true.
More on that in hour number 3.
Yes.
As we have a deliberation, and you'll see coming up in hour 3 when Troy D joins us. Also, Ryan Robinson going to join us in hour 3 of today's show. But right now, we'll go out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to the play-by-play voice of the ECU Baseball Pirates. He is Corey Gloor, joining us on the program today. Hello, Corey. How are you?
I'm doing well, Clip. There is no way Troy D should get a point for misspelling Iona into Iowa. No question he should be docked for that.
All right. Shirley, another vote for no if you're keeping score.
Iowa was in the tournament, too. You can't do that. So,
Corey, that's what I said.
Yeah. That's not a small mistake.
Simple as that. All right. Corey, on your bracket, do you have St. John's or Elon, or who's ECU playing this week?
As of right now, I have Elon that is written in a pretty strong pencil.
Okay.
I'm ready with the eraser if need be, but I'm pretty confident Elon is coming up this weekend now.
Not shocking, because we saw that they had a midweek game postponed or canceled, Corey. So we thought this might be a possibility. I guess the odd part is what happened after that with ECU adding Elon. And oh, by the way, today, James Madison, their baseball account on Twitter, tweets out, our series with Elon has been postponed. Well, yeah, I mean, Elon can't play two teams at once. So they are conference foes, Corey. They're actually in the same division in their conference. So do you understand what's going on behind the scenes here with Elon and James Madison? And how did ECU get involved in all this?
Yeah, I wish I had some behind-the-scenes input for you. I've been pretty well out of the loop in terms of how this got set up. But yes, it did surprise me to see Elon come onto the schedule since they had that trip to Harrisonburg for this weekend booked. JMU has been in a COVID pause. They were supposed to play Elon this past weekend, and they weren't able to. But from everything I saw today, I saw the same thing you did. James Madison said they're looking for an opponent this weekend, and Elon came out with their announcement saying that hosting the Pirates because James Madison's still in a COVID pause. So I don't know what has happened there, what maybe got, what if anything got lost in translation, but I honestly don't know. It is pretty fascinating how the last 48 hours have worked out. But in terms of how Elon was shifting things around and brought ECU in instead of going to James Madison, that I'm just not sure, to be honest.
Visiting with the voice of ECU baseball, Corey Gloor, on the Fixed NC Live line. Corey, before we look ahead to this weekend and a busy week for the Pirates, a lot of games coming up in a short period of time for ECU. Let's look back at Tuesday, 8-1 in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, knocking off the Pirates on Tuesday. And then talked to a few people last night at trivia, some ECU baseball fans, and the pitching. It was the particular fans I was talking to said, "Yeah, midweek, the crazy stuff's going to happen. You're going to give up some runs." They were more concerned about the one run that the Pirates put up, and only one run that ECU was able to put up. What happened to the bats, Corey, on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I think that is probably the better of the two things to focus on Tuesday. It felt similar to the UNCW game as Tuesday night unfolded, where it just seemed like once it got into the middle innings, there was not quite the same, level of toughness with the at-bats that this program prides itself on. And so that was a little surprising to see, especially after the message that was sent pretty clearly following the loss in Wilmington last week. So, I'm not sure. I wish I had a better answer as to how, that the lineup looked a little bit off kilter as they did. I thought that they were hitting Will Sandy, the starter, decently to start things off. And then once they were able to get him out, they went to Nick Pry, the reliever. It just seemed like they couldn't quite figure him out. And by the time they maybe got a better handle of him, the game was pretty well out of reach by that point. So I'm not sure. It was unfortunately a little head scratching, the performance on Tuesday night. I certainly was expecting a few more runs being put up on the board than what the Pirates were able to give.
And the Pirates will get another crack at UNC coming up on Tuesday at Clark LeClaire Stadium, 6:30. And Corey, I was wondering why, and that's the last midweek game of the season for ECU, last non-conference game. I was wondering why only 2 games against Elon, but when you look at the schedule, it does make sense because you play Friday, Saturday, you got another one on Tuesday, and then a quick turnaround due to Easter with Cincinnati Thursday, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday. So is that, Corey, the reason why there's only 2 games against Elon rather than the traditional 3-game series?
That could be part of it. I was looking at Elon's schedule yesterday when I first caught wind of this might have been happening, and Elon actually had a couple, 2 open dates for a weekend in May. They have a Wednesday or a Sunday game against Wake Forest, but Friday and Saturday were open in the first weekend of May. And so I think this might be more driven by Elon's schedule than anything, where they had 2 dates that they could have actually filled. And so that might be part of this as well. I mean, they were ready to go to play 3 games this weekend against St. John's, and I'm sure that 3 games wasn't a discussion for this weekend. But from what I was looking at yesterday, there were a couple of vacant dates on Elon's schedule in May, 2 to be exact. And so this might be them putting this series in place of those 2 dates and then moving that James Madison series over into May a little bit. So that again, this has been a strange circumstance here over the last 24 hours, and that's my read on it. That doesn't mean it's correct, but that's kind of what I saw yesterday and kind of deduced on my own.
Well, I enjoy your read, Corey. What is your read on what the pitching situation looks like for these next 7 games kind of crammed together with 2 coming up this weekend, 1 on Tuesday and then the Thursday, Friday doubleheader Saturday? What do you think the pitching, the starting pitching looks like for ECU this weekend and as we head into that 4-game series in the AAC against Cincinnati?
Yeah, I believe we'll see a 1-2 of Williams and Cooch Maynard this weekend. I think that's the last thing I heard And then the plan kind of heading in, if this were a normal weekend, was that the rotation would look the way it did against Illinois State, and Wisenhunt would go in the final game. Now, Wisenhunt may not be involved this weekend. Maybe he'll throw a little bit out of the bullpen. At least that's kind of the last thing I heard. And then likely a staff day for Carolina is kind of how I would view this, because you start on a Thursday. I think that's the big key for next week. You start the Cincinnati series on a Thursday with 2 on Friday. And so to me, it lines up where Tyler Smith would go on a Thursday if he is able to go, and then you'd have a Williams-Couchmaner doubleheader on Friday and Wisenhunt Saturday. And that's kind of how I envision that first weekend would go. Again, that is me, the broadcaster, speaking, and not me with truly any sort of insight as to what might occur here. But that's kind of how I've viewed this ever since heading into Illinois State. Things were shifting around there. That's kind of how I've seen the long game over the next couple of weeks.
Corey Gloor has trashed his St. John's prep and is now warming up for Elon, coming up 6 o'clock on the road. Pirates taking on the Phoenix. Corey, have you done your, cramming for your midterm here? Do you have some Elon facts for us that we need to know about?
I'm mid-cram, I would say, of Elon. It will be a bit of a barn burner tonight. But they had a couple of young pitchers that they're throwing this weekend, a true freshman tomorrow, a redshirt freshman on Saturday, and the Pirates have not seen either one of these guys. The lineup is, there are a couple big bats in the top and the middle. Alex Idacernia gave the Pirates a little bit of problem last year in the 2 games that these two matched up in. Anthony Gallison's been around for a long time, but the biggest key when it comes to matching up with Elon is, frankly, that this ballpark has brought some strange moments between these two. And so now with this not being a midweek contest, it might look a tad different, because now you're seeing best starting pitching that both of these teams have, and this is the first time in a long time you're going to get this with Elon.
Yeah.
So maybe it will not be as strange as some of the other trips to Latham Park have been in the past, because it's not going to be a one pitcher an inning sort of setup like we've seen before. But this ballpark has brought out some weird things when these two have matched up in the past. So can the Pirates kind of overcome that, can overcome the hurdle that Latham Park has brought over the years and continue winning against this program? They've dominated this series. I think that's the big key, and I think with 2 games on the schedule, there's no doubt that once they found out St. John's wasn't coming in, they wanted to find someone this weekend, especially after Tuesday. And so I would envision that you will get a best foot forward scenario here coming up tomorrow and Saturday for this series.
The trend says Pirates bounce back strong after a midweek loss and look great on the weekend. That's what has happened thus far in this 2021 ECU baseball season. Corey Gloor joining us on the Fixed NC live line. Corey, I talked to Aaron Fitt earlier this week, and he said that in the early going, AAC play, the teams in the AAC look very mediocre outside of East Carolina. And, you know, the RPI games are not going to be there once you get into league play. So ECU, if they want a national seed, if they want to be considered to potentially host a regional and host a super regional, they're going to have to kind of steamroll the league like they did a couple years ago. Do you agree with that statement that, I don't know, UCF had, I guess, high hopes going into the year? They still could be pretty good, but is the league down overall, in your opinion, as you look around the American?
Yeah, it is. And kind of frustratingly so. I thought Houston would have a better showing to start off the year than what they've done thus far. Tulane has been a bit of an enigma of a team. They are way up and down. And UCF is the biggest head scratcher. This is a top 3 team in this league talent-wise, and the fact they are sitting 7th or 8th, depending on the day. They're switching spots with Cincinnati on a regular basis. That shouldn't be happening. I mean, UCF should have swept Ole Miss on the road this year, and then they can't seem to find a way to figure out anybody else. So, yeah, the league is down. There's no question about it. And so with 32 games coming up in the conference play, I don't know if there's a number in mind for what the Pirates would need to do in terms of looking towards the NCAA tournament and hosting and being a National 8 seed. Whatever everyone is all discussing there, I don't know if there's a set number per se, but there's no doubt that the Pirates are going to have to take care of their own business because they're not going to probably get the aid of the rest of the teams in the conference here at non-con play that we kind of thought might have been on the table for them.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be a little bit of it might have to be a 2019 style run to win a conference title to be back in that mix for a top 8 seed or regional host. Because right now there's no denying that the league has taken a bit of a step back underneath East Carolina.
Good stuff with Corey Gloor joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Corey, the NBA trade deadline has come and gone, and I've tried to keep up with everything going on. I have not seen much on the Bucks. Were they quiet this trade deadline? Have you seen anything?
They were quiet today. They picked up P.J. Tucker from Houston about a week ago, and they were not in a position roster-wise to frankly do much outside of that or salary-wise, and so I'm not surprised they were quiet today. But, yes, I saw many of the rumblings and the moves that were happening today as well, and there were some big ones, and yeah, it's right now the Bucks are frankly the hottest team in the NBA, and so they feel pretty good about where they sit. But I've said that the last 2 years. Just come talk to me in May and see how I feel then.
8 straight wins for Milwaukee. They are second in the Eastern Conference behind Philadelphia, right there, tied with the Brooklyn Nets. And how about the team in fourth right now, Corey? The Charlotte Hornets are fourth in the Eastern Conference at 22 and 21.
I am more than happy that they are on a run like this. I am glad to see it. I am glad for Hornets fans around this state like yourself, like Chandler, to have something like this to latch onto because you've needed it. You've deserved it here. I hope it continues. I hope it sustains. I know enough about Hornets history to know how challenging sustaining this will be, whether after this year and moving forward. But I'm glad to see this all working out thus far. Now there's an injury to work around here and see what the Hornets are able to do to manage that. But no, I'm pleased to see the Hornets sitting here near the top of the conference and actually challenging some folks.
We are a week away from Corey following his Milwaukee Brewers as baseball season, MLB season, gets underway next Thursday. Let's see who the Brewers open up with, Corey, if you don't know it off the top of your head. Do they play next Thursday? Yes, they play the Twins. So there you go.
That's Minnesota.
Yeah. And we'll end on this because I thought if I brought it up early, you might hang up on me. Your thoughts on Andy Dalton at quarterback? Wait, did he hang up on us? I think he did. Corey?
Silence is my...
Okay, you have no thoughts, or you don't want to say those thoughts.
No, I have thoughts. They are not suitable for air.
10-4. Don't want to get you fired. Don't want you to lose your job. Corey, thanks for joining us, man. Have a great call on Friday and Saturday, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Clip.
Thank you, sir. There's Corey Gloor joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. ECU and Elon, the rare 2-game weekend series coming up Friday and Saturday. And how about the stretch the Pirates are on? They'll turn around and play Tuesday against North Carolina. And then next Thursday, they will begin a series with the Cincinnati. Sorry, I was distracted by the soccer match going on TV. Cincinnati Thursday, 2 on Friday, and then they'll close out the series on Saturday, a 4-game series, which every AAC series will be in 2021. That's going to be fascinating to see how the pitching goes. I mean, you can really swing a season in a weekend with 4 games. And if you're the Pirates and you want to pile up those wins and stay in the top 10, top 15, keep the RPI number high, you got to get those 4-game sweeps. You got to win those series 3-1. And other teams can kind of turn their seasons around if they're struggling during a 4-game series. So that's going to be fascinating to watch coming up beginning next weekend. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. The big man on campus, Jeff Nadeau, will join us. We're missing Sweet 16 action tonight for all my life and has been on Thursday and would be enjoying that tonight. Instead, it's moved to Saturday, Sunday, Elite 8, Monday, Tuesday. That's going to be different. That's going to be weird. We do have some NIT to talk about, some NBA, and we'll look ahead at the weekend's action in the NCAA tournament. When Jeff Nadeau joins us on the other side, we are back with you after this.
Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts is your hometown shop for gifts and fresh flowers. You can find unique items like Brewmate and apparel by Southern Couture, Simply Southern, and Bella Cotton. The Farmville Flower Basket also has items coming in daily for the spring and summer. Whether it's a gift or a flower arrangement for that special someone, you can find it at Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts. Give them a call today at 753-4217 or stop by their shop on Main Street in Farmville.
Jersey Mike's Day of Giving is Wednesday, March 31st. That means all sales, all day, all donated. Enjoy a great sub for a great cause and get delivery with our app. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. If you can make a difference, you should. At Jersey Mike's, it's this simple philosophy that spurs us to celebrate our month of giving. This March, enjoy a sub and donate to a great local cause. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
You've worked hard to start your business and are working even harder to make it successful. That's when it's most important to have a community bank and a local banker in your corner. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust. Our team of local bankers care about you, our customer, and the communities in which we all live and serve together. As the business and economic conditions of 2020 threw you many curveballs, our team at Select Bank and Trust remains steadfast in being responsive to your ever-changing needs. In 2021, choose Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
At US Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G, and we're so confident in our network, we're offering 6 months of free service with 5G included, no extra charge. Plus, 5G is included in all our plans. US Cellular. Taxes, fees, and additional terms apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bone. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This tax season, get more in return during Bostic Sub Furniture's Tax Mania. Update your home for less with savings of 15% off throughout the store. Living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture at savings of 15% off. Save up to 70% off clearance items or get 48 months special financing. Now's the time to get a better night's sleep on a Scott Living or Restonic mattress and enjoy 48 months special financing. Your tax dollars go farther during Tax Mania now at Bostic Sub Furniture.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by GolfKnickers.com, the world's leader in traditional golf apparel. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Nat Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
This is assistant football coach Drew Dudzik, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. And for the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and of course, awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the close to 50,000 followers today at PR927FM. And a couple of sports notes that just came down in the last 45 minutes or so. Clip, Gio Gonzalez has announced that he is retiring from baseball. He spent close to 7 years with the Nationals.
Yeah. So
he is stepping down. And Oklahoma's Lon Kruger has announced he is retiring, and he's planning to meet with the team sometime this afternoon. So there you go.
Ellerby's favorite non-ECU coach, Lon Kruger, stepping down.
Yep.
Chandler Gio was he was a good pitcher for the Nats. I feel like the Braves had, I don't know, just going off memory, I feel like they had a lot of success against him, but he was a good lefty for the Nats for a long time.
Very, very good pitcher, and he was always very reliable. I really didn't like his character, though. He always seemed like a guy that just always got upset when things were not going his way.
Maybe that's why they got to him. He was a bit of a hot. He couldn't. If
he was one of these guys that
if something went wrong, he couldn't get it back.
They start getting hits, and you can tell in his body language and the way, in his facial expressions, that he was getting frustrated. And that's what you don't want that in a pitcher. I mean, he was a professional baseball player and a pitcher, and did a great job at what he did for the Nationals. And I think he ended up going to the Brewers as well. But yeah, I didn't like the character that he brought to the team. Just very bad body language and bad attitude. But happy retirement to Gio Gonzalez.
This time next week, we will be watching baseball right here in the Pirate Radio studios. If I have my way, I'll be watching the Braves and Phillies on ESPN Plus at 3:05 next week. Surely your Red Sox take on the Orioles. We'll have O's baseball returning to Pirate Radio pretty soon. Boston and Baltimore will go at it at Fenway Park coming up at 2 o'clock next week.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that will be a week from Sunday. Is we'll have that series. We were going to carry the Saturday series or the Saturday game. They play the game, but of course they've got basketball too. So
Final Four
action next Saturday. So that will supersede Orioles baseball, but we will have that series finale, I guess you could say, for that weekend on that Sunday afternoon.
And Chan Man will be watching Max Scherzer versus Jacob deGrom, 7 o'clock on ESPN next Thursday night.
What a matchup to start off the season.
I like it.
Wow.
That'll be good coming up next Thursday. Looking forward to adding something else to our sports plate, that being Major League Baseball beginning next week. I'm ready for MLB The Show to come out. I don't know why they don't drop it before the season to get people fired up about baseball.
Have they made it for Xbox?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I need to. That's the big thing about. I would have to go to my buddy's house to play the show because he has PlayStation and they didn't make it for Xbox. But yeah, I'm super pumped that they got it for Xbox now. So.
And we had a really fun online league, and apparently this year they're going to have cross-platform. So, I have a PlayStation, but I can play against you on your Xbox.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you can join the league.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. And looking forward to doing that this summer. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line and visit with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadeau. We'll talk some baseball gambling, I guess, coming up next week. We'll channel our inner Pete Rose. But for now, it's a whole lot of hoops going on. And we'll talk about that now with Jeff Nadeau. Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm great, Clip. How are you?
Hey, doing fantastic, Jeff. We and just to let people know, we are recording this at 2:33 Eastern Time. So if something breaks regarding a big trade in the NBA, I'll address that after this conversation, and you can follow Jeff on Twitter at JeffNADU to get his thoughts on said big potential trade. But as far as what we know right now, Jeff, this afternoon, what's gone down so far, a big deal. How about the Bulls getting Vucevic from the Magic? The Nuggets go out and get Aaron Gordon. Which one of the moves today has caught your eye the most, and what hasn't happened, Jeff, that you would like to see happen here in the next 30 minutes, maybe regarding your 76ers?
Yeah, I thought Denver pulled off a nice move getting Aaron Gordon, getting a guy that could come in and really contribute. He's going to play defense. And, I've been kind of disappointed with, Will Barton, he never really worked out in Denver. And, Gary Harris has been in and out. So it's nice to get a body in there. You put him alongside Michael Porter and Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. I like what they have out there. As far as the Sixers are concerned, I got to be honest, it's not surprising that this is where they are. This is a loser organization. I mean, they and I hate to be that way because, I ultimately love the Sixers, but this has been what this group has been my whole life. They're never willing to go above and beyond and step on another team's throat and steal the player that can make them a championship team. It's never.
Jeff Nadeau breaking up on us. Jeff, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, there you go. You kind of broke up on us there. You were, and for years you had to go through the process. I know you don't like that phrase anymore. And I mean, things that have turned for the Sixers as far as on the court, and they're winning basketball games, and they're obviously going to make the playoffs. They're going to have a lot of home games in the playoffs, but you're kind of saying, Jeff, at the top, things are still. You still consider them a losing organization despite the winning they've done in recent years?
Of course I do. I mean, at the end of the day, you can win, games in the regular season and go to the first round of the second round, but ultimately, can you win when it matters most? And Clip, looking at this roster, outside of Joel Embiid, maybe Tobias Harris, who gets you a bucket on this team when you really need one? No one. I mean, you're holding up a deal because of Matisse Thybulle? When did he become Scotty Clip? I mean, seriously. The guy plays 15 minutes a game and is never in there late. What are we talking about here? I mean, you have a guy in Kyle Lowry who's won titles. He plays your pure point guard role, and you can put Ben at the wing. What are we missing here?
Jeff Nadeau, if you want to get him fired up, ask him about Philly sports. He joins us here on the Fixed NC Live line. Jeff, let's lower your blood pressure a little bit and talk gambling. Let's stick with the NBA. Hornets picking up a win last night on the road at Houston. I had them, also had the Nuggets, who got blown out by the lowly Raptors last night. Coming up tonight, some good matchups. Trailblazers, Heat. Let's see, the Clippers are at the Spurs. Sixers, Lakers going on tonight as well on TNT. And now that we're in a little hiatus here with the tournament, Jeff, are you looking at any NBA or perhaps even some NIT tonight?
Yeah, I definitely am leaning towards that Laker Heat on, or not Heat, Laker Sixer under. When you look at the Sixers, without Joel Embiid, I mean, just still getting the job done, and you have to be happy with that. Defensively, though, is where the calling card for the Sixers comes. They're giving up 101 points a game over the last 7 without Embiid. Without LeBron James and Davis, I just don't know how they scored tonight, the Lakers. I don't know where the offense comes from. These are two teams that don't want to play high possession games. I think this is an old school kind of NBA battle, a game where maybe a team doesn't get to 100, 107, 98, something like that. I'm looking towards an under in this game. I also like the Knicks first half. When you look at the Knicks, they've been really good in the first half. One of the best first half teams in the NBA, actually. Defensively, they're really good, and you got to give Tom Thibodeau a lot of credit for the way that he's gotten that young group to play defense. They're not a flashy roster. There's not a ton of huge names, but guys like Julius Randle have gotten the job done. I like the spot for them here. I think the Knicks in the first half look pretty solid.
Couple of NBA plays there coming up tonight. Jeff, NC State in action in the NIT. So are the Memphis Tigers from the American. I got to be honest, I've not watched or followed the NIT at all. Jeff, might flip over there tonight just to watch some hoops. You got anything going on? Mississippi State, Richmond, NC State, Colorado State, Boise State, Memphis, and Louisiana Tech, Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm actually going to the book right now. I'm going to be betting Mississippi State. I'm getting I might be looking towards first half in that game. If you've watched, I've watched Chris Mooney's press conference. He actually came out and said that Grant Golden's not going to play tonight, the big, and Blake Francis is a game-time decision. It seemed as if Francis wasn't going to play either. Richmond's just caused some bad luck with injuries. They're not a deep team as it is. And you're getting a Mississippi State team here, Clip, that has really good guards and are gigantic. I don't know how Mississippi State doesn't have 15 offensive rebounds in this game. I don't know who plays the big for Richmond in this game. I think it's where they finally bow out. I think Mississippi State's kind of built to play well in this tournament. Good defensive group, good guards, really big. I think they take care of business tonight. I also like late night, 10 o'clock Eastern, 2 Conference USA teams going at it, West Kentucky, La Tech. I thought the total was high here. These are 2 teams that really complement each other well defensively. Neither foul, neither give much up on that end. Neither team want to shoot threes. Both teams want to play tempo in the 60s. I think this is a game that's really low scoring, kind of how games are in this conference late in the season. 65, 60, 63, 58, something like that.
All right, couple of NIT plays there from Jeff Nadeau joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Jeff, let's look ahead to the weekend, and we're missing basketball tonight and Friday, but everybody will have their standalone games coming up on Saturday and Sunday. Let's see, what's the most intriguing matchup or game you like the most coming up this weekend as far as the Sweet 16 goes?
Yeah, kind of on the topic of unders. I already played it under 126 in Loyola and Oregon State. As we know, Clip, Loyola really good defensively. Best team in this tournament from a defensive standpoint. They just lock you down, man. They're super athletic defensively. I don't know how Oregon State scored in this game. And when I look at Loyola, I feel like this is a matchup that could give them a little trouble as well. Oregon State's going to make that zone kind of pop, and they're going to make Loyola shoot over the zone. I think Krutwig is, at the end of the day, will get his, but I think this is a low possession type of game. Both teams play in the 300s from a tempo standpoint. I think this is probably first to 60 wins, and I think if Loyola finds a way to pull away, I don't think they really give much up defensively. I think this is like a 61-51, 63-52 type of game. I'm going to lean on some kind of under here. I think this is probably the toughest game of the weekend to watch. I also am looking towards kind of an intriguing game, Oral Roberts and Arkansas. Oral Roberts has been given boatloads of points. They've been winning games outright. And I think the common thought is 3 is the charm. You do it again here. I'm not so sure. These 2 teams played in the regular season. Arkansas was down 10 Clip at the half.
Yeah.
Eric Musselman came in and basically said, we're not going to allow this pick and pop stuff to beat us. They made some lineup moves, pulled Vanover out of the game, put Justin Smith in, and really limited Oral Roberts in the second half. They limited Max Asmus to 11 points, really just didn't allow. They kind of extended out, didn't allow the pick and pop to beat them, and really kind of ran away in the second half and won the game by 11. So they were down 10, ended up winning by 11. I think they scored 51 points in the second half. I think Oral Roberts will put through probably a valiant effort. Asmus probably does some things, but then they make some adjustments. They have a week to prepare. I think they win this game like 85-68. I'm going to actually buck the trend. I have an Oral Roberts ticket in my pocket from the other day. I think the last time they cash, I won't be betting them this week. I think Arkansas minus 11 to play.
Arkansas, one of the a few big spreads this weekend. Even in Loyola Chicago, you like the under in that game, but they're 6.5-point favorites in their matchup. You've got Villanova, who's a 7.5-point dog to Baylor, and then another double-digit spread, Jeff, with Creighton and Gonzaga. And I don't know, a little surprised to see, I guess, these spreads, but it's all about matchups, and in some of these, especially Gonzaga's, blowing out everybody. Do you think the Zags keep that going against Creighton, or does Creighton give them a game, Jeff?
I'm not too sure. I mean, I think Creighton is, to give them 13 and a half, I think it's a little dangerous. I mean, Oklahoma was getting 14 without Devion Harmon. I mean, I think on a neutral court, Creighton beats Oklahoma. So I think Zagorowski's the best player on the court. And I think defensively, Creighton's been better this year than normal. I felt like that was a few too many. Gonzaga's good, and they blow a lot of teams out, but the games are getting tougher and tougher and tougher. And Creighton can shoot the ball. They have some real good wings, and Zagorowski plays hard, and they defend. So I'm going to lean towards maybe grabbing the points. And Gonzaga will win, but maybe like 81-72, something like that.
Jeff Nadeau joining us on the Fixed NC Live line, talking Sweet 16. Gave you a couple of NIT plays coming up tonight as well, and talked NBA. Jeff, anything else on your radar? I know you still throw out a few soccer plays you did earlier this week on your Twitter account at JeffNADU. Anything else you got your eyeballs on this weekend as far as gambling goes?
Yeah, I'll be involved with the World Cup qualifiers. You know, it's funny, Clip. I got some DMs last night about, did I have the number right with England today? England is a 7-goal favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Against San Marino. And, yeah, I did get that right. I think England probably wins 8 or 9-0 here. San Marino is the worst team in the world. I mean, it's that simple. England, I think, it's good because, Clip, this is the first game of the new groups. Goal differential is important. So, if I'm England, I'm looking to score. It wouldn't surprise me if they win 10-0. San Marino's that bad.
Wow. All right. I'll take a look at that. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us, man. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch up back with you on Monday and talk some Elite Eight with you.
Sounds good. Look forward to it. Thanks, bud.
All right, Jeff Nadeau joining us on the Fixed NC Live line, talking about everything going on right now in the world of sports, and a lot is going on. England should have just had their first of what Jeff says will be 10 goals, but a mishit right in front of the net. So World Cup qualifiers going on right now, keeping an eye on that. We've got NIT, NBA coming up tonight. So
England has already started. I guess the U.S. won 4-1?
Yeah, and that was just a friendly, I believe. I don't think that was a qualifier.
Okay, so that's not a qualifier. Okay.
I believe.
I'd be shocked if it was a qualifier.
Yeah, I think that was a friendly. These are World Cup qualifiers going on right now. All right, we will take a timeout, come back. Hour 2 coming up. At some point in Hour 2, we will talk to Stephen Igoe. Could be when we return. Could be later. ECU football.
Is he giving us like the call me in 5 minutes? No, wait. Call me in 15 minutes.
He's on radio silence right now, Shirley. Earlier he said might be like 4:10. Then he tried to push it to the 5 o'clock hour as England scores their first goal. And right now, I don't know what the plan is, Shirley. So head on a swivel.
So in other words, we're winging it.
We are winging it and swinging it. We got more to go on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Hey, O's fans, the all-new 2021 5-game flex plan is available now at Orioles.com/flex, providing you with the ultimate flexibility to select the games that fit your schedule and priority before the general public to select your games, including popular promo dates like the Jim Palmer bobblehead and Birdland Hawaiian shirts. Starting at just $99, you'll save big over single-game ticket costs, plus all plans are protected by O'Surance. Visit Orioles.com/flex.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or AA.com.
Whether you're flying for business or for pleasure, enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport to get you where you're going and then home again safely. For your next trip, remember, American Airlines is back at PGV. Book today at AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport, where the pirates fly.
Did you know you can help prevent natural gas emergencies? Whether you're planting a tree, putting up a fence, landscaping, or starting an excavation project, Greenville Utilities strongly encourages you to follow the law and call NC 811. Even minor contact with the natural gas pipeline could cause a natural gas emergency. Before digging or excavation of any kind, North Carolina law requires you call NC 811. Please call at least 3 full working days in advance so all utility lines can be professionally marked prior to digging. Stay safe, avoid damages, and call 811 before you dig.
In studio today with Natalie Edwards from AG Home Solutions and eXp Realty. Natalie, you have a unique partnership because you work in the real estate market and also work with AG Home Solutions. How does that help your clients?
So it's interesting, the trends that we're currently seeing in real estate. Inventory is so low. We're seeing a high percentage of folks who want to renovate their spaces, perhaps add a home office because now they're working from home. And so they come to us with those design ideas and we're able to help them navigate through that.
What other trends are you seeing in the marketplace right now?
Yeah, so we're definitely seeing increased needs for home office space, folks being able to do virtual learning from home. So how can we redesign that space so it's functional? We're also seeing folks that do want to take advantage of this being a seller's market, and so they want to freshen up that space and get it ready to put on the market. And so we can come in and provide them with some good guidance on things that they might want to consider before they list their property.
For real estate or remodeling, how can folks contact you?
252-947-2526 or aghomesolutions.com.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. There's something special about the first bite of a Bojangles Cajun Filet biscuit, like an edible alarm clock that slaps you awake with bold Cajun flavor. The moment you sink your teeth into that soft, fluffy, made-from-scratch biscuit, then strike gold with a juicy piece of fried chicken, you'll know. Nothing beats the first bite, except the second first bite. Get a Cajun Filet biscuit combo for just $4.99. It's bow time.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at PirateWear.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, welcome back into the show. Good news. Stephen Igoe says he's heading here now. He is on the way, so he's going to join us in studio coming up later on in hour number 2. We got Troy D joining us in hour 3 of today's show, and Double R, Ryan Robinson, will join us to talk about what's going on at ECU. And with the potential increase of fans allowed at venues, what does that mean for East Carolina? What does that mean for ECU tickets moving forward? We will discuss that in hour 3 of today's show with Double R. All right, we do have something to discuss. Earlier today, Chandler's been busy today. Our big boy has been doing big boy jobs and big boy personal life things, and so he's a little frazzled, but he's here. He's doing a great job. He was finally took a seat and relaxed for a moment, and he got a new follow on Twitter.
Yeah. And you know, I have had some great follows in my day.
Yeah.
And some that are kind of starstruck. There has
starstruck.
But there has not. I mean, now the follow I got today, I was so honored.
Yeah.
I was humbled, and it was no other than the woman sitting to my left, Shirley Rose, followed me on Twitter.
It's a little strange because Shirley has referred to Chandler as the new guy.
Quite often.
And you've been here how long, Chandler?
Almost 5 years.
5 years.
Troy posted a video of me, and Troy's gotten into where he loves to scare me for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it was in the month of December, he scared me with that terrible, awful.
Oh, the bell.
The bell.
Yeah.
He scared me with that. Yesterday, he just scared me. He was in the women's bathroom, and I went by, and then all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, buddy," and it's Troy. And then he posts on Twitter the video, of course, and says gotta scare the new guy. What?
The new guy.
Which, by the way, we already had a video earlier that we released where we scared you coming in through the back door.
That's what I'm talking about
That's
with
what
the
he
veil.
just talked about.
And the caption for that was...
You just had a new guy Chandler moment where we just discussed that show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
I was texting.
the caption that we put up on social media said, scaring the new guy. Hello?
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 McFly.
But, no, I forgive you. And I'm so...
So Shirley finally followed the new guy around here. Shirley, now why are you just now following Chandler on Twitter?
To be perfectly honest, I thought I already was following him.
I believe that. I believe that.
I mean, I don't follow a lot of people on Twitter. I just follow some. And even though it's an account where I, do pirate radio things, I also do other things on my Twitter. So I follow other, I don't want to say celebrities, but just things that I'm interested in.
Things that you are, outside of sports.
And stuff. So,
and I'm not a celebrity, so you don't care, and you weren't paying attention that you were not following me.
Yeah, well, actually, what it was is it popped up on the side. You know that side screen where it shows people
like
that you're
people
following, or that are following you, but you don't follow. And
there was my name.
Your name popped up there, and I was like, I thought I was already following him.
Somebody
I was like,
that
okay. So I clicked on it. What I didn't realize, and I forgot,
did
was
you
that
say, "Oh, there's the new guy"?
No,
I recognize that guy.
I didn't realize it was going to notify him because I forgot about that part. And because you were sitting on the other side of the glass, it was before the. Was it before the show?
It was during a break.
During a break, and you were sitting on the other side of the glass talking to Clip, and all of a sudden I hear, "You're just now following me."
You were very offended. Rightfully so.
Because
I'm sorry.
I was like, "Oh, I got a new follow," and then it said Shirley Rhodes, and I'm like, "Has she not been following me this whole time? I sit beside you every day."
Well, I mean, isn't that enough?
I feel like we can officially take the new guy tag off you now that Shirley's following you.
Yes. Yes.
You're no longer the new guy.
Okay.
And we've already scared
now.
him a couple of times, so he's earned his stripes.
New guy Chandler, no more. 5 years in, and Chandler, congratulations on that great follow today.
A long 5 years. I've worked very hard for this moment to finally not be called the new guy. Is there anybody out there that has been in a job where they started it and 5 years in they're still considered the new guy?
Well, if you've been here as long as I have, yes.
No, and then you made a good point. You are
the new guy. Yeah, you are the new guy.
5 years to you is like nothing.
Wait, because Clip, how long have you been here? You've been here a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
A long time, but more than 5 years.
Well, yeah, more than 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So
too long, some would say.
Yeah. So I mean, you are technically the new guy. And here's the homeless dressing blonde guy.
Redbeard tweeted a moment ago, I wouldn't let the homeless dressing blonde kid big time me like that. Look, Steven is the information man. Never gets anything wrong. Correction. So, that Igoe. We'll talk. That
was an honest mistake.
That was crazy. That was the biggest quinky dink I've ever seen. We'll talk about it momentarily. Stephen Igoe is here. Brad says he just started following the new guy.
Uh-oh.
So you're
I got a new follow.
Chandler, you're follow. You're gonna have to step your Twitter game up.
See, that's the thing. This is what happens when I follow you. You get additional followers.
There you go. And see, Redbeard always calls me the rookie.
Yeah, you're the rook.
And he actually just called me the rookie on Twitter just now. He's still the rookie to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, all right.
You're the young buck.
Right.
Stephen Igoe is here. Hello, Stephen.
What's up, Clip?
Good to see you live and in person. Didn't know if you'd be able to make it. This football thing is ruining our relationship.
It is. Well, one of these deals I get paid for. One of them I don't right now. So,
Makes sense.
We got to put priorities in priorities. But I always like hanging out in the studio. And
good.
Tuesday was a unique opportunity to get more practice access than we've had in probably years, honestly. And
had to take advantage of that.
Had to. For sure, and I felt bad, like, hanging up on you, but I did manage to give you, 15 minutes?
You did. I look, have I said anything negative about it? No, I don't appreciate your time.
Okay. I mean, I didn't go back and listen yet after I hung up. I didn't know if you guys killed me off the air or not.
You did not hang up on us. Now, you have hung up on us literally in the past.
I will.
This time you said goodbye.
Yeah.
So that, I'll take that. So yesterday we are doing the show, and it comes out. Stephen Igoe tweets that Batoma Baruti has entered the transfer portal, and not a huge shock. I mean, there's going to be some deletions to this roster, some exits, and he could be one of those guys. So I didn't really think twice about it. I was like, yeah, okay, I could kind of see that coming. But then I see Igoe says, correction, Baruti from ECU is in the portal, but it's a different Baruti and a different ECU. East Central University?
Yes.
And the gentleman's first name was?
Jonathan Baruti. I'm pretty sure that he is Batumba's brother. They're related somehow because they're both from the Republic of Congo. And so here's what happened. So Verbal Commits tweeted out before me that Batoma Baruti was in the transfer portal. And so I followed up with our guy. I'm like, hey, is there a Baruti from ECU in the portal?
Oh, bad question.
And he said yes. And so I put it out there, and then 15 minutes later he tweets it, or he DMs me and is like, wait, East Central University, is this a mistake? And then he said it's Jonathan.
Because
Baruti.
at that point, like, ECU's been called a million things.
Oh, 100%. Like, it wouldn't be a surprise at all that they're called East Central University.
But they wouldn't have got the player's name wrong, too.
No. So he was like, Jonathan Baruti from East Central University. And then sure enough, like, I'm like, there's no way they messed up his name and the school. So I Googled Jonathan Baruti, East Central University, and it came up. And I think what happened was the Verbal Commit saw Baruti in East Central, and they tweeted out Batumba, thinking it was the East Carolina Batoma Baruti. And then I double-checked. Should have triple-checked, I guess. I mean, you learn through these things. But
that's just a weird deal.
It was super weird.
I'm not blaming you on that one.
Well, I felt bad because, we sent it out. But here's the weird awkward thing. I mean, honestly, I kind of still expect Batumba to hit the portal at some point. And it's going to be even, just based off what I've heard, and if that happens, it'd be even more awkward. And I'm going to quadruple check that time to make sure there's no more Barutis out there if it happens.
So that is crazy. As of right now, Steven, one Pirate from this year's team in the portal, correct? Edra Luster, is that it?
Edra Luster. Okay. Now, when guys enter, it can take up to 24 to 48 hours for them to appear, but usually now, pretty quickly they appear just based off the amount of guys going in and out and how much they update it.
I'm kind of past the point of saying this is out of control because it is and has been for a while. Yeah, it's like no reason to even freak out about it anymore.
Yeah, everybody knows it.
This is the norm.
This is what it is. I mean, this year by far is the worst, but you throw in COVID and the extra year of eligibility, there are so many guys, like for ECU, I expect the majority of the seniors to move on just because they have an extra year left. And in normal circumstances, they wouldn't have an extra year left, so all those guys would not be in the transfer portal. So you have all those guys on top of all the underclassmen that now have the opportunity to play right away. So I don't think next year will be this bad or this gigantic, but it'll be huge going forward just because of the one-time transfer rule expected to be passed.
I got to see on Hoist the Colors. I finally remember my password, so I'm VIP again.
Congrats.
A commit for ECU basketball recently. A power forward.
That was a guy who committed a while ago. I don't know why that thread is still at the top, but Jaquan Scott.
Okay, so that's an old thread.
Yeah, I mean, so that happened on February 24th, but people are still posting about it for some reason. We have some Temple fan that's really interested in ECU in the direction the program's going under Joe Dooley, so he'll just randomly chime in on all these threads about how ECU is one or two players away from being a top 6 team in the American or something.
I don't need to get excited about Bobby Pettiford, do I?
No, from what I've heard, Providence is in a good spot there, and then also Kansas has gotten involved. ECU felt really good about Pettiford the first time around, and I think once he got involved with the CP3 AAU team, they kind of steered him towards Louisville. And then, initially when he decommitted from Louisville, I heard that he had reached out to ECU, and there were some things going on there about it just didn't seem to progress well from there.
Could have been a game changer if you get a guy of that caliber. And I've seen one of his games and seen his highlights, and he's a player.
He's a big-time player. I mean, there's a reason Kansas is recruiting him. I'm sure Bill Self has called Joe Dooley about him. I mean, there's that connection there. Joe and ECU have seen him play in person more than a few times. So, yeah.
I bet now there's deals that go down like stipulations in your contract, we'll call it. you go to Kansas, but with my relationship with Self, if you choose to transfer, your first school you transfer to has to be ECU. Can we get some documentation like that put in? Like,
it's already happened verbally. I mean, there's so much stuff going on behind the scenes now. You know, coaches are talking to AAU coaches, former high school coaches that are, hey, if your guy hits the portal, we'll be interested, etc. So it's, you're right. It's beyond the point of where we can like call it, this is outrageous. But at the end of the day, it's a mess.
It's a lot like NFL contracts to me. They're outrageous, but it's like so normal now.
It is what it is.
And you mentioned this year's a COVID year, and then with everything going on, there's a even bigger number. But like moving forward on normal years with no COVID and no extra year, like it's going to keep rising, just like the contracts do. Just like this quarterback shouldn't be the highest paid QB. Well, he won't be 3 months from now. And this won't be the highest year of transfers ever because it's just going to keep on rising. So,
yeah, it's good and bad. It's good from a media perspective. There's always a news cycle of players like switching teams. So like it's kind of cool from that perspective, and in the fact that it's basically college free agency. But at the same time, it really sucks because it's going to be so hard, especially in basketball, to build a program now. I mean, you can't, ECU's bringing in all these freshmen. It'll be, how many of them will be here?
That's a good point, Igoe.
2 to 3 years.
Are the days of program building over? It's all about new teams every year.
Yeah.
And who are you going to add this offseason to make your team better for just the next season? Let's not worry about, 2025. We got to win next year.
Oh, yeah.
And, or I'm going to be fired. It is. I almost said it's out of hand, outrageous, but I can't say that because I'm not going to, because this is what it is.
I think you're going to have some teams that do nothing but recruit out of the transfer portal because, that's their best way to do it, is to get rebound kids and say, hey, this is how we're going to compete. You're going to have programs that have really strong cultures that are able to still have actual programs, but they're still going to supplement themselves with transfers like a Duke or UNC, the Blue Bloods, Kansas right now, Kentucky, those type of schools. So I do think, and this is why I think ECU's high school class is pretty good this cycle, is that a lot of those fringe kids that maybe would go to, say like a mid-tier ACC school, instead of those spots going to a high school kid, they're now going to use those for the transfer portal. So then like an ECU or, a team in the American can get that kid out of high school that normally would go to one of those schools in the upper echelon, so to speak, conference in basketball. And I think you see the same thing in football now. I mean, you almost don't want to take a commitment too early because I think there's going to be a lot of guys that have big offers to start with that end up not being able to commit to those schools.
And it goes both ways in the portal. You have a case like Elijah Hughes, who maybe was he kind of under recruited, you think?
Yeah, 100%. He was under recruited. I think academics played a role in that.
Okay.
And he was just definitely undervalued for sure.
And he moves up, quote unquote, to Syracuse, gets drafted in the NBA, so that works out for him. And you also see guys who are maybe overvalued coming into a school and are not necessarily asked to leave, but the writing's on the wall and they transfer down, quote unquote, to a school. So
think about it, in this term though, the one thing that's amazing to me, knock on wood, East Carolina, Elijah Hughes was the last guy that was good here that transferred up in terms of basketball and football. When's the last time it happened? I mean, it's been, I guess you could say, Gardner Minshew.
Well, we used to always say Mike Cook because he went to Pitt,
right?
And that was a really long time ago. And you're right, that's not the case a lot for ECU.
It feels like it hasn't happened for ECU a lot. I think part of that is due to kind of just this being such a college town. There is a lot of love here from the fans, so they feel some pressure to stay. And part of it too is ECU hasn't had a ton of good players. I mean, that is the other aspect of it too. So I mean, if you bring in a highly touted recruit who does well here, he's going to get recruited by other schools behind the scenes. So yeah, it's an interesting dynamic there for sure. But I do think ECU, if you look at Cincinnati right now in basketball, I mean, a lot of their good young players are leaving due to culture problems. Now they're replacing with other players in the portal because it's a never-ending cycle. But South Florida's losing a lot of guys. It's just,
well, it's funny to me too. It's like the NFL recycled coaches thing to me, where a team loses faith in a coach, they fire him, and he gets hired by another team who believes in this coach.
Right.
A player gets tired of his situation with this particular coach at the school, and he's like, I can't play for this guy, and then transfers to a school where guys are transferring out because they can't play for, you know what I'm saying?
It's just ridiculous.
Ben Kurt fared well after he left East Carolina too.
That's a good call.
Yeah, Ben Kurt was one that definitely probably should have stayed in terms of ECU should have kept him. So that was one where you didn't want him to leave. I mean, Ben Kurt, Minshew, and Elijah Hughes are really the only three. Like the rest of them have either been kicked off the team or ECU is basically making room on the roster. I mean,
and let's be honest, there weren't a lot of people clamoring for Minshew to stay around here. It is complete hindsight with Minshew.
100%. Ben Kurt, definitely that was a significant blow because he was seen as the guy.
He was set to be our starter.
He was groomed to be the guy for a while. And
we want 70.
And at least both those guys left ECU with degrees. I mean, they did what they came here to do. I always say, like, to me, it's not a big deal if a guy comes to school, gets a degree, and then leaves. Like that, I feel like that's fair. Like all the underclassmen stuff. Like Elijah Hughes, at least when he transferred, he did have to sit out in a red shirt. But it's just, I don't know, it's ridiculous.
You brought that up with Gardner when we talked about it a week or two ago. That, you want to see him stay one more year. But if he stays his, fourth year?
Next year,
that gets his degree, like
at that point, he's fulfilled what he came to do at ECU.
Yeah. All right, we got a good football question from Will that we will get to. We will talk some football when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Stephen Igoe joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. And Shirley's on the phone. Take us to break, Shirley Rhodes. We'll take a timeout and come back after this.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer, nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly. The best place in Greenville to unwind and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's is open every day with great food and great drink specials. Plus, you can always watch every game from NCAA hoops, Major League Baseball, NASCAR, and more. Looking for something to do? Stop by AJ's for Open Mic Mondays, sports trivia on Wednesdays, music bingo on Thursday, and live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover. AJ McMurphy's, Turnberry Square at Bell's Fork, and on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
At Tiebreakers, we admit we have a bit of a problem. People love our wings so much that they're starting to sell their home TVs just so they can watch all the sporting events here at Tiebreakers. Seriously, we're glad you love our hand-breaded, hand-cut boneless wings that much, but we really need you to go home at the end of the night. It's okay, we'll be here tomorrow. And when you come back, bring a friend with you. For great food, great friends, and cold beer, we'll see you at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers, break the chain, eat local.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Hey, Troy, have you heard about The Place?
No, Jason. What place?
It's The Place. It's Washington's newest restaurant on the waterfront. The Place is located in downtown Washington in the Harbor District with waterfront seating in the back. We're open for bistro-style lunches Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 2 and elevated comfort-style dinners Thursday through Saturday 5 to 9. Plus, Sundays, we have the best Southern brunch in town.
Man, that's awesome, Jason. The Place sounds like the place to be.
It is. We look forward to seeing you there. The Place in Washington, North Carolina.
Been pulled over for speeding and written a ticket? Then you need to call O'Neill's Speedometer Service in Greenville. O'Neill's can calibrate all vehicles for speeding tickets. All-wheel drives, no problem. 18-wheelers, no problem. Motorcycles, no problem. O'Neill's can also repair instrument gauges that have stopped working. Whether you drive a Ford or GMC, Greenville's trusted speedometer shop for over 30 years is O'Neill's. Call today for repairs or calibration work at 756-5050. O'Neill's Speedometer Service. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
It's going to change. I promise you. As I stand here, it will change. Okay, and when it does, that stadium, it's going to be rocking, and heaven help whoever walks in there to play us.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Take advantage of the week-long carry-out deal of all 3 topping pizzas for only $7.99. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on PRL coming up in hour 3 of today's show. Troy D will be in the studio. We will talk to Ryan Robinson from ECU and get an update on what's going on in ECU athletics and talk tickets.
Y'all got to ask Ryan if he knows what's going on with James Madison and Elon. Like, what is the deal with their situation?
I feel like we're it's like awkward. Like we're at the dinner table and they're arguing and we're just kind of there.
Clearly something didn't go right when ECU put out the release and Elon waited till today to put it out.
James Madison, did Elon say anything?
I
guess they did, but James Madison put out today. And again, they are conference, not only in the same conference, they're in the same, they have divisions, I saw.
Yeah.
Like they're in the same division.
Well, I think they were supposed to play last week and they postponed it. I don't know, to this weekend, and now James Madison still wants to play even though Elon canceled its series against James Madison.
It's
it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I really need an explanation. I don't even think Elon or James Madison fans care. Like only us.
Yeah.
Who are not
just
affiliated.
Because we're curious.
Yeah,
we want to know.
It makes zero sense.
Yesterday, Mike Mullis gave me the don't worry about RPIs, just go out there and play. But I agree, and I liked your tweet about RPIs and just this weekend alone, how the difference between a St. John's and an Elon could affect ECU, win or lose. Well, especially lose, but if you win these games, what's it going to mean for East Carolina with the RPI?
Yeah, I mean, so St. John's is the top 50 RPI team right now, and to be honest, I don't think they'll finish top 50, but they'll probably finish top 100. They play so many road games. Elon right now 214, and usually they're a much better program. They've been down the last few years. I mean, still a respectable team. If ECU goes down there and plays like crap, they'll lose. But they have the last few midweek games. So, but I mean, the reality is it does hurt your RPI, or it doesn't hurt your RPI really, but it hurts your number of quality wins, or maybe your top 100 wins, your resume at the end of the year. And I know ECU doesn't want to focus on that right now, and that's fine. They have a job to go out to do, and that's to win whatever game they're playing. But us in the media, we're going to look at that stuff because we know how much it means at the end of the year, because we saw it cost ECU a national seed in the committee's eye a couple years ago. So That's how I look at it. I mean, I'm always looking at the RPI, especially once you get to the middle of the season on. It's still somewhat meaningless right now because it fluctuates a ton, but you're getting to the point now where the RPI does start to matter, and you're going to see teams generally stay in the area in a couple more weeks that they're at, unless they just have a collapse or a gigantic rise. So the bottom line is it's not as quality of an opponent as it was scheduled to be, but there's nothing ECU can do about it.
How important is RPI in the grand scheme of things when you get to the end of the year and you're talking about national seeds, hosting a regional or not? How much does that factor in that computer ranking?
Based on 2019, I think it factors in, but it's not the end-all, be-all from the standpoint that ECU is number 5 in the RPI.
Right.
And they still didn't get a national seed. And I think a lot of it comes down to perception. And that year, ECU was ranked right outside the top 8 by D1 Baseball and Baseball America. And people can say rankings don't matter, but the 100% certainty, I can tell you, the committee looks at those rankings and they say, hey, well, here's how the top 8 teams are perceived in the country. If we pick these 8 teams as national seeds, nobody's going to argue. So I think it's significant that ECU right now in those rankings as it stands today is already in the top 8. And if they continue to take care of business, they have a very good chance to stay there. And if you're ranked in the top 8 nationally and you're seen as a top 8 national team and you have an RPI around 10 at the end of the year, then you have a very good shot to be that national seed. So unfortunately, there's not going to be a lot of tournament teams on ECU schedules the way it's shaking up now. I mean, it looks like Duke, UNC, maybe UNC Wilmington. I mean, the conference honestly looks like a one bid league at this point.
Yeah, Aaron Fitt basically said that when he joined us earlier in the week that he called it very mediocre.
It's UCF and Tulane have been such a disappointment. I mean, UCF won 2 out of 3 at Ole Miss, and they've lost series to teams like North Florida, Florida Gulf Coast, Troy, or not Troy, but Liberty. They got swept by Liberty, which is a quality team, but still, they just have not been the top 25 caliber team that some saw them as.
Are you going to Elon?
No.
You ever been?
No, I don't really. I've heard it's a nice park, kind of small. Should be a lot of home runs hit if it's a warm weather weekend, but I will not make the trip.
Okay. Stephen Igoe here, Pirates on the road. Got North Carolina coming up next Tuesday. And then Igoe will, I'm fascinated by the 4-game series. It begins next Thursday with Game 1 against Cincinnati. Then they'll play Games 2 and 3 on Friday, Game 4, then the finale on Saturday. And I'm fascinated from a pitching standpoint, but also following the standings and how much they can change just in one weekend is going to be pretty fascinating as well.
Yeah, you're going to have teams that split a lot of these 4-game series, if I had to guess. Or, if you win 3 out of 4, that's a pretty significant jump. But if you find a way to go 4-0, I mean, that is a gigantic just movement in the standings potentially. I mean, that is such a big deal. Looking at the teams in the conference, I don't care if ECU is extremely better than any team in the league. It's so hard to go out and win 4 games in a row versus the same team. I mean, once you get to games 3 or 4, you kind of know the tendencies, and all it takes is one pitcher on one of those 4 days to swing an entire game. So I don't care if ECU's playing Memphis or Cincinnati, it's going to be extremely difficult. So 4-0 weeks are going to be hard to come by, but if you get one, I mean, that's a game changer. And I do, just from looking at the scores, it seems like South Florida and Memphis are the pretty clear bottom of the barrel in the league. And then I think you've got ECU at the top, and then the next realm is like Houston, UCF, and I think Wichita and Tulane. Those teams are very tough to predict.
Who are your bottom teams? South Florida
and Memphis.
Okay.
I just don't see a lot from them. Cincinnati, I think, is up and down, but they've got a few good arms.
You're playing them 8 times.
Yeah, which is not great because I don't know where they sit in the RPI. I mean, it really hurts losing UConn, man. Losing UConn hurt this league a lot more than people may have realized it. They were, even though I think they're under 500 now, they've played, again, a really difficult schedule. And I'm sure, like always, they're top 30 RPI, and that's why they make the tournament every year. They go play a ton of road games and challenge themselves as a northern team. And I hate that they are not in the conference anymore.
Would have never thought when we joined a league with UConn that we'd miss their baseball more than anything. They got into the tournament this year in basketball, maybe, and Dan Hurley, he was in his first year, their last year in the American, I believe. He was trying to build back up from the Kevin Ollie struggles. But we were missing them in baseball more than anything, and I would have never guessed that in a million years.
Now ECU fans know how the rest of the conference looks at ECU in basketball.
Yeah.
This is like all the frustration that ECU fans have towards, hey, why are all these teams dragging down our RPI and our chance at a high seed?
Yep, that's us.
That's ECU in basketball over the years. So, or ECU in football at times in recent years. So, I mean, that's the reality. So, if you want to get mad at the other teams, then I think ECU has to start pulling its weight in the other sports as well. But it's frustrating for sure for those that for the baseball fans and how good ECU is in baseball.
John says if weather affects a conference baseball weekend, I'm assuming the conference would just scrap one of the games. Well, they're putting the double headers on Friday, probably so if there is a tough day weather-wise on Friday, they could get a doubleheader in on Saturday. I don't know what the the deals where teams have to get out of town. I go on Sundays. We might not see many Sunday doubleheaders.
Yeah, I would doubt it unless they're bussing, and nobody in the American's probably bussing. So I would assume most of those games. Yeah. Here's the thing: is would you play if the weather for Sunday looks bad? Would you play back-to-back doubleheaders?
Friday, Saturday double dips?
That is, I don't know if that's considered safe or what, but
yeah,
there are going to be some challenging weekends, I'm sure, when it comes to weather.
And a positive note for the Pirates, the way Ben Newton has played this year. You knew you were going to need some help with Seth Cadell playing these 4-game series.
Yeah,
we've got a more than capable catcher. In fact, he's in the lineup most games anyway as the DH, either him or Cadell.
Yeah, so he's stepped up nicely. He'll probably, I would imagine, catch at least one game a weekend, probably on those doubleheader days. I mean, it's just a lot to ask the kid to go out and catch 18 innings in the same day. So, but no, he's been a nice revelation. I mean, the team, honestly, the team is playing really good. I know that a lot of fans are frustrated at the last few midweek games, but they're 16-4. I mean, they've won 16 out of 20 baseball games. You know, the one thing I have noticed, and I'm kind of glad they're playing on the road this weekend because I want to see how they respond. I just feel like they haven't looked comfortable on the road. I don't know if they're, you have to remember this is still a very young team. A lot of these players have never played through a full season. A lot of them have never experienced games at North Carolina. Like even you say a Connor Norby, as good as he is, as good as he was last year, he's never played at North Carolina, and or he's never played at NC State as a top guy. So I think a lot of them are still learning, and I think they'll be much more prepared when they play UNC at home this coming Tuesday.
Let's switch gears, and I'll tell you what. Let's do one more. Was that the switch gears sound effect? Pretty good. Let's take one more time out. We'll come back, and we promise we will talk football when we return. Will get to your question, and Will's question, we'll set it up and get the answer after the timeout. If we are such shorthanded at running back, why not just keep Demetrius Mooney there instead of moving him to defense? That will spearhead our football conversation when we return on Pirate Radio Live with Igoe here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has $6 lunch specials, a $10 pizza of the week, and every Thursday has $2 drafts all day. Sunday brunch is the best for food and family. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp and grits, made-to-order omelets, French toast, and drink specials like $3 mimosas, beer mimosas, or $5 Bloody Marys. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts is your hometown shop for gifts and fresh flowers. You can find unique items like Brewmate and apparel by Southern Couture, Simply Southern, and Bella Cotton. The Farmville Flower Basket also has items coming in daily for the spring and summer. Whether it's a gift or a flower arrangement for that special someone, you can find it at Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts. Give them a call today at 753-4217 or stop by their shop on Main Street in Farmville.
In a world of fake profiles, fake tans, and fake flavors, naturally flavored Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer strives for realness. It's USDA certified organic, with no sugar or carbs, and only 80 calories. So the only thing touching your taste buds is organic, refreshing, and delicious. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, as real as it tastes. Enjoy responsibly, not a low-calorie food. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, IRC Beer, St. Louis, Missouri 63118.
Oh, great. It's 30 degrees in here.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad, I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Delcor responds to heating emergencies 24 hours a day. Go to DelcorInc.com or call 252-321-8868. Get a new train system with special financing for 60 months, subject to credit approval. It's hard to stop a train. Offer expires 3/31/21.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to US Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
Does the idea of going to your local U.S. Cellular store make you feel a bit uncomfortable? Tired of the hassle of waiting and wearing a mask? Let Toby Williams and his outside sales team take away that worry. They will come right to your home or office and drop your phone off on the porch or at the front desk for you. Saving you time and worry is what the team at Cellular Warehouse is all about. Call Toby today at 252-799-7051 and let them help you with all of your wireless needs. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
National Signing Day has come and gone, but that doesn't mean the recruiting news cycle is stopping. In fact, the Pirates still have their sights set on top targets in the transfer portal and have already turned their attention to the 2022 class. HoistTheColors.net has the latest on EC recruiting from a football perspective, and we also cover basketball and baseball commitments like no others. Sign up now and get your first month for a single $1 to get the latest scoop on your favorite Pirate teams, along with in-depth baseball and spring football coverage in the months ahead. HoistTheColors.net.
This is East Carolina assistant basketball coach Steve Rockford, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road in Greenville. Doesn't your car deserve it? I know with all the pollen all over the hood of my car, I know I definitely need a car wash. You can check them out. You can visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Once again, on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, Stephen Igoe is here, fired up for some great American basketball and some defense being played tonight when Memphis takes on Boise State. Igoe, Houston still alive. All right, I can't get sidetracked. We got to get, Mike Houston, good segue. We got to talk football.
Mike Houston is still alive. I just saw him at the football field.
That is a huge update. Thank you for that. Stephen, our question from Will is a pretty good one because I asked you the other day about running backs who are participating right now in spring football. I believe you said there's 2 scholarship backs, and that's it currently.
Yeah.
they will add more to the mix this offseason that will be here in the fall. But his question was, if we are such shorthanded at running back, why not just keep Demetrius Mooney there instead of moving him to defense?
I mean, it's a fair question. I think Demetrius wants to play defense from what I can gather. I mean, he realizes that Rajay and Keaton are probably going to be the guys at running back. And, for him to see the field, he wants to give defense a shot. I would not rule out him moving back to running back at some point if needed. They have the Joseph McKay kid coming in this summer, and I think they might add another back as well. But, I mean, if they get into a situation where they absolutely need one, they can move Demetrius back, and the scheme is probably the same outside of a few changes, maybe with the new running backs coach coming in and, a few offseason developments there. But overall, he should be able to transition back if needed. So I think they're kind of using this spring as an opportunity for him to showcase what he has defensively, and they'll see how it goes. The one thing about Demetrius is he's a outstanding character person. He's a guy that you want in your program.
He's a good kid.
Fantastic kid. I mean, very energetic, hard worker.
A solid kid.
Solid through and through. And they need to find a role for him, even if it's just on special teams. I think he's definitely got a role.
Remind me again, I'm sorry I ask you this every week, but we have new listeners, and also I forget what you tell me after each show. So it's like I learned something every time you're here, even though it's the same thing over and over again. Who are the scholarship running backs? How many are coming in that will be with the team this fall as true freshmen?
Right now, we know of one.
Okay.
Joseph McKay.
Only one. Joseph
so
McKay.
I think, you look at it, McKay's coming in. He'll be a true freshman. Rajay Harris is going to be a second-year freshman, and Keaton Mitchell a second-year freshman. So you got all freshmen. I think ideally you would like to add an older player, maybe one that isn't looking to come in and be the bell cow, which is tough to do. They're kind of in a tough spot. How do you bring in a guy who's older but probably isn't going to play a whole lot?
Yeah. I mean, from a talent standpoint, they're in a good spot, right? I mean, from what we saw last year with Harris and Mitchell, but from a number standpoint, maybe a little down. I mean, is that how you look at it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, position changes. Igoe. Keziah Everett was talked about yesterday about Mike Houston. You might have asked the question about Gag.
Gag and Everett.
Gag at tight end. By the way, we were looking at Gag with Bryce Williams yesterday, and he saw 6'3", 211 on the bio. And then Gag put out a social media post.
245.
Ironically, yesterday, while we were talking about his weight and how Bryce said he needs to bump that up quite a bit, 245. Like, when did that weight get posted, Igoe, you think, on his official bio?
All those
beginning
weights,
of last fall or something?
Yeah, all those weights were posted July 2020.
Oh, okay. So we're about almost a year at this point.
Last I heard from Tom McClellan, he's working on trying to get some updated numbers because a lot of those guys, I'll tell you what, Big John has made great use of his time this winter. The amount of body changes from when I saw them last summer to now is night and day. So many of those young defensive linemen actually look like D1 defensive linemen now. They were kind of squatty, out of shape last year when they first came in. Now they look the part. C.J. Johnson looks toned up. Just a lot of good. Bailey Malovic, significantly bigger. Walt Stribling, significantly bigger. So it's clear that if you give him time, which he didn't have last year, he can make things happen. And hopefully he can continue that this summer.
The weight, and what about as far as Gag? That is a pretty significant weight increase. I thought that something that stood out to me was, and this might not be unique, but it just kind of made my ears perk up. Mike Houston talked about all the downtime with COVID. It gave them an opportunity to go player by player individually and see what they needed to improve. And he mentioned Holt Nailers is in the best shape he's ever been in. You see the weight gain from Gag. You mentioned a few guys there. I thought that was pretty eye-opening that Mike Houston pointed that out, that it's one thing to do it as a team and everybody's doing the same drills, but it sounds like they really kind of individualized what they do from a strength and conditioning standpoint.
Yeah, they just had so much more time to really focus on that stuff because, like he said, you're usually out recruiting in December and January as the coaching staff, but they're kind of stuck in their office. And you always do a year-end evaluation. You meet with all the guys one-on-one, but I think they really had time to just hammer down and come up with a plan for each of those guys. And you also have Christina Parrish, the nutrition expert on staff, who they can kind of go to, say, hey, we need Bailey Malovic to add 20 pounds.
Do we still have the CJ 2K juice bar?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, I hadn't heard much about that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of that.
What was it that Coach Mo wanted?
Cherry tart juice.
Something he used to bring up.
And then there's the man. It would have been perfect if Coach Mo could have coached in the cherry tart juice bowl.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it's the Boca Raton Bowl now or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah, he was like, we don't have. We need City Speed and some cherry. I can't even say it now.
Are we getting that right? You think we have?
I think
that?
so. Yeah, probably.
Right. Good.
We need to get Christina on the show and ask her the importance of cherry tart juice.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure there's something.
Didn't you have her on a Hoist the Color show?
Yeah, I had her on that.
Good deal. All right, let's see. Igoe. What are my football questions for you today?
You said you had like 4 or 5 more questions to ask me.
That was a joke. I just didn't want you to hang up the other day. What about Mount Everett moving to the offensive side? Why? Why?
Because defensive tackle wise, they are extremely deep.
I knew it. I called that a few years ago, Steve.
With a lot of young players, and I think he just had too much ground to make up there. And honestly, looking at just the brief practice time we have had, he's still learning how to play offensive line, but he pancaked a dude the other day. I mean, when
I'm assuming he's on the interior.
Yeah, he's at guard. Yeah. He was working at right guard, and he pancaked a fellow second-year freshman. Just basically by standing up and shoving him and laying on top of him, and so he's got the natural power and foot speed to do it. And I think now he's toned up a little bit, and he's still got to continue to work on his nutrition and that sort of stuff. But he's made progress, and the pandemic hurt him, and I think he's got a chance to be a guy. They can definitely help as far as depth at guard and everything.
Do you have your engineer hat on and your hand on the horn and are the engineer for the Ryan Jones hype train?
I don't. I mean, I'll take that role. Yeah.
I feel like you're excited about him.
I tell you what, man. All I had to do was see him run a couple of routes against some ECU safeties.
Here we go.
Some ECU starting safeties, and he just made them look silly. And in the one-on-one drills when they go DBs versus skill guys, there are 2 guys that just look phenomenal, and one is Tyler Snead, and the other is Ryan Jones. I mean, in terms of just consistently, easily getting separation, Audio Matosha looks really good too. Like those 3 guys are a step above the rest right now. But
Man,
Jones,
it's amazing he's still here. I thought he's
who Omatosha?
Yeah. What did he come in as?
He came in as a grad transfer
to play 1 year. No,
so he was at UCLA 3 years, but he never played. So he came here with technically 3 years left, counting medical.
Okay. So he had time. Huh?
Yeah, but this is like his 6th or 7th year of college.
Right.
He's just been hurt. I mean, he could technically get another year after this one, I think, with the medical.
And so he's looking. Is my guy Pegues doing anything?
Yeah, he looks good. I mean, every spring I think he looks pretty good.
He's the new spring darling.
It's just consistency with Pegues, but I mean, body wise, he looks the part, man. He's a big dude.
I mean, Tyler Snead's numbers are outrageous, and you're saying he's only gotten better, and he's getting open, and he's always there for Holt Nailers. Like, is there a chance he could play in the NFL? I mean, on one hand, the numbers, the talent, yeah, sure. On the other hand, a guy that small to play in the NFL, you just don't see. No. So, like, does he have a shot, you think? Is he just too small? Like, physically? I
don't know, man. I mean, I
feel like if we say he doesn't have a shot, that'll only motivate him more to have 300 catches this year.
The most amazing thing about Snead is, like, it's such a cliche to say he just, like, does everything with intent and purpose. But honestly, man, if you go out there, like, everything he does, he's, like, really freaking good at, man. And, like, you've got some players who, like, are, like, they look like they're trying to try hard, but Tyler Snead is just busting his tail everything they do. And that's why he crushes it.
That's awesome.
And man, he's fun to watch. Like, he's fun to watch practice because he's just out there spinning on a dime, cutting on routes, and I don't know, man. The NFL thing is weird because, like, I feel like his quickness and speed are good enough.
It's a very popular position in the NFL right now, that slot receiver.
Yeah, but like you almost have to be 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
Snead is like
those are the short guys in the NFL.
Snead is 5'6".
Right. Yeah.
And you can do it. I mean, Darren Sproles did it.
There are guys. I mean, Tariq Cohen is not a tall guy.
So I mean, he could do it. And that's the other thing too is he's a guy who's coming up probably on getting his degree. You know, does he look at pulling a Blake Pro? I hope for ECU's sake not. And he could probably set every ECU receptions record known to man.
True. All right. Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, is here, and he is about to leave as we wrap up this hour of Pirate Radio Live. Igoe, good to see you. Enjoyed talking with you. What is the football schedule over the weekend?
They are going Saturday morning inside the stadium. Not a scrimmage, just a workout in the stadium. But Saturday and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday next week.
And they'll have a scrimmage next Saturday.
Next Saturday, yes.
All right, good deal. Thanks for hanging out, Igoe. Go to hoistthecolors.net for all the information on Batoma Baruti. By the time we talk on Tuesday, Igoe, how many more Pirates will we have heard of entering the transfer portal in basketball?
I'll say one.
Okay.
Maybe
one with one.
Maybe two.
1.5. Let's take a time out. We'll come back. Troy D will join us, and we will talk to Double R, Ryan Robinson. ECU able to get a few more fans at events. We'll see what that means for tickets and more when Double R, Ryan Robinson, joins us when we return. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Hey Birdland, as we welcome fans back to Oriole Park this season, we've set up some game day health and safety policies to keep everyone safe. At Oriole Park, this includes limited capacity pod seating, cashless transactions, mask mandates, and other policies. Get game day ready by purchasing tickets online for easy and contactless entry into the ballpark. Your energy fuels Birdland, and we're excited to welcome you back. View our complete list of game day health and safety protocols at Orioles.com/welcome back.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Whether you're flying for business or for pleasure, enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport to get you where you're going and then home again safely. For your next trip, remember, American Airlines is back at PGV. Book today at aa.com. Pitt Greenville Airport, where the Pirates fly.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hello, this is Michael McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville. We offer a variety of services including arthroscopic surgery, sports medicine, carpal tunnel and general orthopedics, fracture care, total joint replacement, physical therapy, and on-site MRIs. For experienced professional medical care, visit our office on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville and online at orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East providing services to ECU and Pitt County Athletics for over 35 years. Go Pirates!
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one day.
You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any business need. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Big Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live on the way. Ryan Robinson will join us on the Fixed NC Live line coming up in just a few minutes. Also, we have to open up the booty bag and make you a winner during this hour. And Troy D alongside for all of the festivities. What's up, Troy?
Good to see you, Clip. As you know, I ask us to recycle paper when possible. We print a lot of stuff during the day, and we have a little bin where I ask people to put it in. And then, before I come on the show, I like to make notes, so I'll grab a piece of recycled paper instead of wasting new paper, right? It's kind of good for the environment, doing my part. So I picked up a piece of recycled paper today. It's only printed on one side. I can write on the other side, but I flipped it over just to see what was on it. It's like, so this is a flashback. This has been waiting to be recycled for a while. Guess what was on this one? We have a Coach Ruff cut for 11 minutes long. Must be his opening statement. We have a Jonathan Williams cut where he asked what the team goals were going into the Can You Name the Season? And we have a Josh Smith cut. Do you feel like you're underdogs going into this season? And a Mark Nelson cut. Do you even know who Mark Nelson is?
I do, but you don't.
I did not. You knew who Mark was. This would be great trivia. Chandler, you never heard of him, have you?
I'm going to say this has to be 2010.
Not Mark Nelson.
Because I'm going to say it's Ruff's first year.
Nailed it.
Okay, because Mark Nelson resigned before the season began. In fact, he resigned before the fall.
Yeah.
Because he was peeking in the bushes watching players practice when there was supposed to be no contact.
What a dumb reason to have to get kicked off, too.
Yeah.
Just because he was watching a practice.
Yeah.
But peeking in the bushes makes it sound scandalous. And what the question was, their expectations going into the 2010 season. This piece of paper in my hand has been waiting to be recycled for 11 years.
Yeah.
That was 2010. This is 2021. That is recycling, people. Yeah. And it looks as good as new, by the way.
Wow. And I knew that was Russ.
No, it just means that's how long it took for us to actually use the recycling.
Yeah, I use it all the time, but to get down to that level, I'm just saying, that's pretty impressive. It's been sitting in there for 11 years.
Yeah, because nobody else uses it but you.
Athletic Director Terry.
Shirley, don't have to be so negative.
Are we going to do this
into the hour?
I'm just pointing it out. I'm just saying.
Calm down. We can get to your negativity later.
I was just pointing out the fact that recycling stack has been there for quite some time. And there's a reason why, because we don't use it.
Well, maybe you should use it.
I'm just saying. Just putting it out there.
I'm just saying.
Mom and Dad
11 years worth of recycled paper right here.
Fascinating.
Now, Shirley, find this cut.
We're going to do that one day. This summer, Shirley, I'm going to go through it, and we're going to run the cuts as if it's that day.
Yeah.
I hate when Mom and Dad fight.
Oh, you weren't here to see it the other day.
No, I
was not.
Yeah.
But I was watching live. So.
Yeah.
Mark Nelson had to leave after his observation of voluntary summer workouts, and you're not allowed to do that. How many coaches across the country do that? You know, you're right. This was stupid.
Yeah.
That ECU got popped for this.
Yeah, I mean, if he was in the girls' locker room, it'd be one thing. I mean, he was watching the football team.
What was his position? With the
I believe he was special teams, maybe.
Here's a question: where is he now?
Oh wow!
A decade later, can you find Mark Nelson?
He's got a wick. Yeah, that's the guy. Because
Canadian Football League.
He kind of looked like a skinnier Rex
God,
Ryan.
they ran him out of the country.
Yeah, he's been in Canada since then. Troy did.
Wow. Well, in Canada, you can peek at all the bushes you want.
Did he get what's it called when you
exported?
That's not it. That's what you do with
Deported?
the product. Deported.
Yeah.
Is the
well,
word
we got deported and then exported through UPS.
He can no longer coach American football. So how about that? Mark Nelson.
A little harsh, huh?
He had a great look.
So he went from the collegiate to the pro ranks.
He looked like a pro wrestler. You remember?
He probably owes us a debt of gratitude for doing that.
They kicked him out of the country for that. That was his discipline.
He got to
like,
start a
you're
whole new
gone,
life
buddy.
in Canada. He's welcome. You know? Probably did him a favor.
All right, we need to call Ryan Robinson.
We do. Yes, Ryan Robinson, assistant, associate, AD.
He's sitting beside his phone, like ready. He's fired up.
So jacked up.
He probably forgot actually because I didn't remind him. But we'll call it during the break. Hey, attendance. It's cranking up. Clip. Did you see the governor's new orders?
Yeah, we've talked about it on the show.
I know. It's just someone might have not been paying attention earlier this week.
Well, don't ask. Well, ask them, not me. I'm on top of this.
50% now.
Yeah,
outdoors.
Yep.
That means for Clark LeClaire too, right?
Yeah.
Yes. How quickly?
I don't know.
That's why we're having Ryan Robinson on.
We'll do it after this.
Indeed.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
What the heck was that?
There goes Chuck from Naughty Dog again, so pumped about the awesome things at Naughty Dog, he runs around town screaming with excitement. Naughty Dog releases 2 to 3 beers every month, has food trucks every Friday and Saturday, wine specials every Wednesday, plenty of indoor and outdoor space to enjoy, beers to go with curbside pickup, and just launched the new Koozie Club. Be sure to ask about that on your next visit. Naughty Dog Brewing Company on Main Street in downtown Winterville, and be sure to follow Naughty Dog on Facebook and Instagram.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
If you love the food at Villa Verde, and hey, who doesn't? Now Villa Verde makes it even easier for you to order takeout. Tell us about it, Jay.
If you go to myvillaverde.com, you can order online, and we'll have it ready for you to go. Plus, you can pick it up at either one of our locations. No waiting in line to pay, and no waiting at all. Just pick it up and go. With online ordering from myvillaverde.com or from our mobile app, plus even from our Facebook page. Villa Verde, now with 2 Greenville locations to serve you. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Your office deserves a proactive tech support approach instead of always reacting to issues after the damage is done. You need BizCare. BizCare tech support and cybersecurity plans keep you ahead of potential issues and much safer from cyber threats like ransomware. What's at your office? Call William today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, this is Miles Minges. And this is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. We are proud to announce that Pepsi is once again the official soft drink of the ECU Pirates. That's right, Miles. Our family's purple and gold roots run deep. From founding members of the Pirate Club, alumni, and even a team physician, our support over the last 60 years has never wavered. We are Pirates. We're excited to be back at ECU and are honored to serve our great customers throughout Eastern North Carolina. Not only is this the birthplace of Pepsi-Cola, this is our home. Cheers, Pirate Nation. I like the sound of that. Support local, drink local, stay safe, and drink Pepsi.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Dr. Jones, you guys are expanding and growing.
Yeah, we sure are. One of the things that a lot of people don't know is that we actually have a pediatric practice as well. It's called Kinetic Pediatric Therapy. We've got speech, physical, and occupational therapy there just for kids. If you're concerned about your child's development or just want to make sure they're on track, you can bring them in for a screen. If they need evaluation, we're able to do that and help them continue to develop. For more information, you can visit us at kptkids.com or give us a call, 689-6043.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina for over 83 years. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Are we back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, we're having a conversation.
Yeah. Shirley Rhodes is here. Chandler Honeycutt is here. Troy D is here.
Present.
His 11-year-old paper is here.
I just talked to Josh Smith yesterday. How crazy is that?
Yeah, good dude.
And now his old cut from 11 years ago is sitting in front of me.
Well, Troy will be able to see some Pirate football hopefully soon with the spring game. A lot of baseball on the docket as well. And we'll talk about that and more with Double R, Ryan Robinson, who joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. Ryan, how you doing today, man?
Hey, how we doing, guys? How we doing, Clip?
Doing great. Fired up. Good to hear from you.
Only 9 people in the studio, which that's great to hear.
Do what now?
Sounds like you have about 9 people in the studio.
Oh, well.
Troy speaks for 7.
We can make it 10 if you'd like to join us in person. You know, the restrictions are eventually you're going to have to come back in studio now, Ryan.
Well, I told Clip my favorite video so far is you all playing basketball, and Clip, he's a basketball aficionado. He noticed that you all was trying to do a double pick, and that's never been done before in history of basketball. So that was a pretty good play that you all did.
Appreciate you breaking that down, Ryan. That's a very good observation by you, by the way.
Yeah, it was good. I want to say, too, I just heard a great ad for Pepsi. Just got out of the Pirate Club Executive Committee meeting with Landon Minges and their group. Just really great Pirates. Just watched a little football practice, so I'm about as fired up as you can get right now.
Awesome. And don't forget that no-look pass I had back on that basketball court, too, when we were playing.
I put it in replay a couple times. I was trying to figure out what you were trying to get done, but it was impressive.
Thank you. Hey, speaking of fired up, Ryan Robinson, you got to be fired up about the new governor's orders or release, I guess relaxation of the orders. I don't know what the hell you call them anymore. The mandates, whatever they are. Now up to 50% capacity. That's starting this Friday for outdoor stadiums, is my understanding of this. So that has a effect on ECU baseball, correct? So that means we're going to be able to pump up attendance by another 1,500, couple thousand people, right?
Well, unfortunately, it's kind of weird. Like, it's not going to significantly change, and the reason I think I've mentioned this before, if the social distancing rules are still intact, it really doesn't fit. When you say 50% capacity, we still have to be 6 feet. That's really impossible to do, quite frankly. So we've added about 250 seats. So we've kept going down our list with donors and have contacted them. Unfortunately, we contacted a bunch of them yesterday, and then the game gets canceled, so the weekend got canceled. But what we were able to do too is we were able to add, our baseball team. Can't say enough about them. They've been their players only been getting 2 tickets. Normally, all of our student athletes get 4. So now we're able to give them 2 additional tickets, and then we were able to add about 200 additional seats. But, we still have to follow the social distancing guidelines. But I will tell you, I think East Carolina is being very aggressive by still following the rules. If you look at some of these other stadiums. So I think the hard thing is, Troy, you do have some people that, they live out of town. They only come on the weekend or certain games. So it kind of looks like, those tickets haven't been purchased. I hear that a lot. We try to tell people, hey, if you can't come to the game, let us know. We have plenty of Pirates that want to. But going back to that, it's one of the reasons why we can't add any more to the jungle and the student section, because you still have the 6-foot regulations, and we have followed the letter of the law to get those people in the jungle and students. So it's not going to significantly do it, but I tell you what it's going to help is, obviously, it's going to continue to increase. And I think you'll see social distancing in the future maybe go from 6 feet to 3 feet.
Yeah, and you already are. I think I've seen the CDC recommend that for schools, that they can start going to 3 feet. So the next home baseball game for East Carolina is a big one. It's Tuesday night against UNC, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I do believe that's
You'll see a bigger crowd at that.
So what will the attendance figures for UNC? What's max capacity now for Tuesday night for Clark Leclerc?
Well, we go. It's kind of weird how we do it. Basically you're looking at about 2,800 seats in the stands, and then we're saying we have 150 people, 175 in the jungle, and then 125 in the student section. So right now, technically you can have 1,500 in the stands, but again, you have to have.
What about adding capacity in the jungle, because there is room for people to stand and still be distant out there?
Right now, you still have to have an assigned seat. We're following that closely, Troy, because that would allow us to add a lot more people.
Yeah.
But right now, you still have to have an assigned seat. But I would say right now, we'll have about 1,400 tickets out. But yeah, having the assigned seat, listen, we get through this pandemic. The students love this right field area. It's just you have to sit down.
Yeah.
And if we can get that, I think that's something Coach Godwin and I talked about, is that's going to be a great area. Offer the students some tailgating spots in the premium lot and really get them involved in the games. But right now, when you're sitting down, it's now I think some people enjoy it. I don't know if you've been out to the jungle, but I think some people are like, you know what, it's pretty cool being able to sit down and watch baseball. So, yeah, we're probably giving out, probably 1,400 tickets. And again, I would tell you, if you looked at North Carolina the other day, we definitely have more people than they have in their stands.
I think the good news is by the time the fall rolls around, I really think long before that, these restrictions are going to go by the wayside. So
yeah,
I feel by the fall you're going to be at 100% capacity, quite honestly. So, and I know that's what you guys are still planning on, correct?
Oh yeah, we're planning on for football. Yeah, we haven't made any. We understand if we're going to have some regulations per se of sanitation or different things as you come in. But hopefully we'll be as close to normal. And I think I speak for every college in the country, just in terms of revenue and how that would affect it, especially for us, South Carolina game. We really don't want capacity restrictions for that game.
Right, how about before we get there, some spring football to watch at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. What are the numbers looking like on that as far as attendance, where it sits right now?
Well, we're going to send some out on Monday. I'm glad you asked, Clip. We're going to play the spring game on April 17th at 1 o'clock. It's really 30% or 50% outside. I would love that if I knew we were going to get 25,000 people there. I don't think we will. But I think we can, if we can get 7,000 to 10,000, everybody will be able to fit perfectly. And we're looking forward to that. We're working on something where we're trying to do a town hall, probably starting around 11 with John Gilbert, hoping to get the new chancellor involved. Coach Houston's going to stop by and kind of allow fans to ask questions. Let them ask questions of the football coach and the AD. We're really right now just trying to put the final touches on where we want to do it. It might be in Minji's. We are going to have the equipment sale. We're going to have food trucks. So, obviously, I don't like to use the word tailgating, but gatherings are allowed. Right now I think we're doing 10 to 12 people. So I hope that spring game, we don't have any other sports going on that weekend, so I'm really hoping we can get a really big crowd for that.
Well, for the spring game, Ryan, I know sometimes in years past they've only had like half the one side of the stadium open. Will the entire stadium be available for seating?
Yeah, and what we won't do, Troy, we won't open the upper deck.
But the entire lower bowl will be available.
Yeah.
Is it kind of first come, first served seating at that point?
Yeah, and we have to do that right now with the social distancing. The entire bowl. The only problem is when you open the entire bowl, then it's, they didn't have anybody there. Well, it's spread out, 25,000. So it doesn't look as packed when you do that.
Yeah.
But
I don't think that matters right now for folks. They'll just be happy to be able to get in and see things.
Yeah, it's going to be open seating, and I just think that's going to be a pretty cool day. I was just out at practice, and they got a good spirit about them, a good juice to them, and it kind of makes me excited for April 17th. I know coaches, there's the one thing we're not going to be able to do, which is unfortunate, is autographs. I hate it. We're just not at that level yet.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to have that.
Did you see the Oklahoma drill that they were kind of doing at the spring? During spring practice.
We've got it set up for Clip and probably Jonathan. I don't want.
My money's on.
I like my size advantage there.
Jonathan may have the endurance, but Clip's got the strength.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you stole my thunder on that, Ryan. I was going to ask you if you could do the Oklahoma drill with somebody, who would you want to go up against?
I would say that I know I'm going to win, probably Drew Steele.
I don't know, man. Drew's pretty strong. I'd put you at 50-50 right now with the Oklahoma drill and Drew. Drew's a strong dude.
He hit me on the belly and goes, "How you doing, Fanny?"
Oh, man.
I said, "I'm coming after you." So,
wait, did he say? What did he say? How you doing, Fatty?
Yeah, how you doing, Fatty? But he only sits my belly and says, "How you doing, Fatty?"
Wow.
So that kind of got me a little.
Wow.
But I was
Drew with the bullying of Ryan Robinson.
I'd like to have a run at Clip or JJ.
Yeah. Oh,
I was thinking JJ.
I would love to see you and JJ go at it. And I think, you know what, with your center of gravity, I think you could give JJ a run for his money right there. I think JJ may look like he has the size, but I don't think he's strong.
No, I go for the knees. I think I would just go for the knees. But if I can get a piece of Mike Steele or Scott Shook as well.
Oh, yeah.
People out there.
Boy, I tell you what, this could be a great fundraiser for the spring game right here. We could set up the Oklahoma drill against people. You know, this is a hell of an idea, like at halftime of the game.
You used to have like a dunking tank. That's so lame.
That is
Let's
so
change
lame.
it now to
Let's do
celebrity
Oklahoma drill.
Oklahoma drill.
This is awesome.
I think I could take down Morgan.
Ooh, I don't know, man. Morgan's got some weak knees, though, yeah.
He does. He got the knees are a problem. No, this is good. You got my juices flowing.
This is a great idea. I mean, I'm dead serious about
it. Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting a piece of Bailey.
What I realize is Ron Robinson's got a lot of folks he'd like to go.
He's got a hit list.
Yeah.
He's going down right now.
I can kind of go down the list right now. Some people I wouldn't mind getting a piece of.
Wow. All right.
Bailey wouldn't be high up there, but it'd be for charity.
But as Jericho says, he's on the list.
You just made the list.
Exactly right.
I think we need to explore this idea further. This is outstanding.
We'll have a town hall here at Pirate Radio and talk about that, Ron.
But why don't you all do a clip like how you do those videos? I think that's your next video.
Yeah, Pirate Radio Oklahoma drill.
Yeah,
like the Oklahoma drill.
I know who's on Shirley's list.
I know.
Shirley and Troy is the
and
first
I need a few more months of weight training before I'm willing to go up against Shirley. Because I want to make sure I'm at peak performance. Because Shirley could crush me right now, probably.
Yeah, it's the Oklahoma drill. I've watched it for years. You know, they don't do it as much in the NFL anymore because they say it causes injuries. But yeah, that would be. That would be good. I could probably, like a Shankweiler.
John Moody is saying on Facebook, should I even read this clip? Do you want to read it? Can you see his comment?
You want me to read it?
Well, I mean, that way it's not me. It's just John Moody saying it.
John Moody says, I'd pay some cash to see Troy knock Henry H. around some.
Let me tell you something. For the program, if it was a fundraiser and we could raise money for the Pirate Club and he wants to get in the Oklahoma drill with me, I'll do it.
Wow.
I'll commit right now, Ryan. If you guys set it up, I'll do it.
Well, I'll tell you, we're
Maybe we could be the main event. You could be the undercard. We could set up a bunch of other ones too. I'm in.
Well,
I'm in.
The thing, the thing that's most popular we get calls about still is, we're going to do the duck tank. People love the duck tank.
I'm telling you, people would love the Oklahoma drill, celebrity Oklahoma drill more. It's a guaranteed winner. And I tell you what, this could be such a big fundraiser. We may fill in the shortfall.
Could be. We need that extra revenue.
Tell you one thing.
By the way, Ryan, I'm just getting word from reliable sources that there is no chance that you would beat JJ, that he would dominate you. And that comes directly from JJ. So that I would love to see, a Ryan Robinson JJ Oklahoma drill.
I think Ryan's trying to move on from this conversation.
I'm trying to make it happen.
I know you are.
Now, how do you determine the winner technically? Is it like you get a few tries at it, like in the?
I'll say blood.
Oh, like a first blood match, like WWE.
Ryan's already got it figured out, man.
First blood.
Sounds like you've done this before, Ryan.
Right now, I'm kind of sizing up JJ. Like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I think it's his right knee that's a little faulty. So, and he's got some shoulder issues he gets rehab for. So,
see, I like Ryan.
There's a couple things.
He's done the scouting on these.
He
people.
already knows.
He knows the weak points.
I think he legit has a notebook with his hit list, and he has all the weaknesses of his opponents in there.
Jiu-jitsu, you go after the pressure points. Ryan Robinson goes after the weak body parts.
Oh yeah, the one guy I'm not going after is Greg Pierce. I feel like he would.
He's fighting dirty.
Yeah. And he could get dirty.
Yeah.
So I don't want that.
I would put Meador in that category.
Oh,
too.
I would not fight Meador. He is scrappy. He's nasty. He'll bite your ankle. Oh, yeah, he'll do whatever it takes. Yeah.
He'll bite you. And
He's like a little chihuahua.
He is.
Yeah.
Or a big chihuahua.
I mean, there's definitely something, but.
Well, Troy, tomorrow I'm gonna come out with my ECU Oklahoma drill power rankings.
Yeah, your top 5.
Yeah, and we'll update those each week on how everybody's looking.
John Moody, it was your idea. I'll commit to it. I'm in. If the other person wants to agree to this, we'll set this up during the spring game.
This is like the Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield negotiations we were talking about the other day.
We can't get anybody hurt, but
who said they're going to be hurt? Just a little bruised.
Well, but I do look forward to. I think I was talking to a donor the other day. It's like, man, I can't wait for the spring game. And I said, sometimes it's only last hour and a half. He said, you don't understand, just to get back in Downey Freedom. And I think a lot of people too, like Troy said, they're fired up for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Can I get a couple of real questions in real quick?
Yeah, and I do, before you get to that, I do, speaking about the spring game, will there be a pig cooking competition this year?
No, we're not going to. We've looked into it. We're not going to be able to do it with kind of the guidelines that are set. So we won't do the pigskin pig out this year. Everything will be on Saturday. We are still discussing if we can have a kids aspect. I drove by, I just watched kids playing baseball, so we're talking about maybe letting some kids run 40-yard dashes out on the turf field. So Troy, your kid, can do that, and he can kind of guess their time, throw some football around. So we are discussing that. So we're not really behind it. It's just you've got to go through so many different layers to get things approved right now, from state, local guidelines. So we'll have an update next week.
Real quick, Ron, couple of quick hitters. Redbeard asked, did you say 1 p.m. for the spring game?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And 11 a.m. for be prepared for like a town hall, like 1 p.m.
Okay, and Chad asked where we can get more information on the equipment sale.
Well, the information is, we're putting it together. It'll all be ready. Probably going to open that at 10:30. I know that's pretty popular. This year, I think it's probably going to be one of the best ever. Because we've got like 2 years worth of stuff. So I think it's going to be a really good sale this year.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to find. We're hoping Clip will donate some of his hats, used hats.
Interesting.
That we can put in sale.
You need a whole other room for that.
Yeah. So we're putting that together. It's going to be a really big equipment sale. We're thinking about doing it almost just right in front of the tower.
Yeah.
I was wearing an old track jacket ish last night, Troy D, with the old ECU Pirate head on it. Somebody complimented me. I got that from an old equipment sale.
Yeah.
I think it was Coach Max. It was somebody big like me. So.
Yeah, probably so.
He's always made me give out information before before I'm supposed to, but that's why you're a good interviewer. That I wouldn't want to mess with.
We got a lot out of this interview.
Yeah, this is good. We got a new fundraiser going. We're going to do a celebrity Oklahoma drill. John Gilbert probably just hearing about that now. JJ's already in. He said he'll kill you, Ryan. So this will be great.
Who wins between Coach O and JJ?
Oh, I got to give it to JJ on that.
Just sheer size.
Yeah, I don't think Coach O is very mobile like he used to be. Although he does have flexible pants.
JJ cut it out.
Let me know if you need anything. I'll be around.
Are you talking to us or someone else,
just
Ryan?
leave us. Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, I thought you.
All right.
I thought you were talking to someone else. Ryan, did we anything else we need to get out there, or is that good?
No, I think that's good. I think,
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good to go, and you guys, maybe we'll get on here in the next couple of weeks. We have more info on the spring game.
All right, we'll hook up with you then, and we'll get you in studio. We'll have it'll be like a year since you've been in studio with us, so that'll be good.
I know. I'll be matched up.
All right, we'll see you soon. Stay safe, my friend. All right, there he is.
You never know where the interview's going when double R's on.
Ryan Robinson, one of my favorite people to talk to with athletics. I will say this about Ryan: he answers the questions. He gives you more information than sometimes you'd expect.
He is the king of dropping things he should be talking about.
And he's funny. And he's fun to talk to.
How many times has he been on and said, I don't know if I was supposed to say that yet?
Like the story with Drew Steele hitting him in the belly, calling him, "What's up,
hey, fatty?" Yeah.
That's funny. Like, he didn't have to tell us that.
Every time we have him on the show, and as he's talking, he's like dropping bombs. Like, we're going to have the spring game.
Double R bombs.
And I'm like, man, I'm sitting there going, well, I haven't seen anything announcements about that. Should he be saying that right now?
Well, that's what he does. He's marketing.
That does sound like a fun, normal day, right, yes. Troy? With the sale, the little town hall they're doing. He said food trucks, football, out in public.
And I got to be honest, I think it might be the first normal event perhaps I've been to in a year.
Well, when he said that number, it'll definitely be the biggest crowd.
When I'm talking like a community event.
Yeah.
Think about, when's the last time you attended a community event? I'm not talking about going to dinner with friends or family. I'm talking about with the
organized.
Community. With the general public. I can't remember the last time. I'm trying to think of the last community event. I mean, was it it might have been a Free Boot Friday or something of the year, but going into the final Free Boot Friday of 2019 might have been the last big event I went to. Because this thing started in March. I don't know if I really went to any big events January, February of 2020 that I can think of.
It was the ribbon cutting of the Town Bank Tower, Troy. Could have been your last.
Yeah, I was there at the
community event.
When was that?
I don't know. That was a long time ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of people that were at that ribbon cutting aren't here now, by the way.
There's a great picture.
By a lot of people, I mean everybody but our head coach. Great picture of what, Clip? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Of people that are no longer here, like holding shovels and hard hats.
Right.
BOT.
Yeah. It's like that picture of Cam, Greg Olson.
Don't mention that.
All the Panthers that are no longer here.
I got a photo of Cecil Staten, Jeff Confer.
Are you listening, Cecil?
Actually, it wasn't, I think Scotty Montgomery.
Scotty
Montgomery was here. And the former trustee chairman, what is that?
Kieran Shanahan.
What is that ding dong's name? Those four, and I remember taking this picture, and I said, I surely hope these guys aren't here by the time they all had shovels in their hand for the groundbreaking. I said, I can only hope and pray that these guys aren't in charge by the time they do the ribbon cutting. And thank the Lord I got my wish.
You're giving Jesus the credit on this one?
I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus.
You saying he can't hit a curveball, Cliff?
You saying Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
Things had a way of working out, and the good guys won.
All right. Speaking of winning, let's
open
up
booty
the
bag.
Fixed NC Live line right now.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
This just in, Steve Hill with a great recommendation for the celebrity Oklahoma drill. Clip Brock versus Josh Graham.
Now, we've kind of already done this and have video of it.
Yes.
No, but now we can do it officially and help raise money for the program.
Whatever I can do to help.
How about Jim Rome versus softball Shirley?
We almost had that one, actually, before.
Yes.
Softball Shirley. That's great. All right, Shirley, what are we giving away right now?
We are giving away a $40 gift card to Familia.
All right, a big one today. What caller are we looking for?
12.
All right, caller 12, 317-1250. When we return, The People's Court comes to Pirate Radio?
Uh-oh.
We'll see. We'll be back after this.
Tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Are you trying to reduce clutter? Want to save a tree? Greenville Utilities can help. E-bill is a simple solution. Imagine getting an email letting you know your bill is ready. And with a few clicks on your computer or smartphone, you can review and pay your bill. It's just that easy. Signing up is simple. All you need to do is to log on to your account at guc.com and update your contact information and e-bill setting. You can even continue to receive a paper bill if you'd like. E-bill from Greenville Utilities. Just one of the ways GUC is here for you.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This tax season, get more in return during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Tax Mania. Update your home for less with savings of 15% off throughout the store. Living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture at savings of 15% off. Save up to 70% off clearance items or get 48 months special financing. Now's the time to get a better night's sleep on a Scott Living or Restonic mattress and enjoy 48 months special financing. Your tax dollars go farther during Tax Mania now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer, nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. You can follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. And congratulations to Kenny Jenkins of Winterville. Picked up a $40 gift card courtesy of Familia. You can get your sports weekend started at Familia every Thursday. Familia has $2 drafts all day. You can stop by with your friends and family for some New York-style pizza and have an ice-cold $2 draft. Familia is on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College and online at FamiliaNC.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Great interview with Double R, Ryan Robinson, a moment ago.
Talked about things getting back to normal. I was over in the shadow of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium over at Sam Epps Middle School as baseball season's back. It's good to see the guys, middle school baseball back. They didn't have it last year, Clip, so this is another sign of normalcy starting to come back. So,
excellent.
First game of the year was this afternoon.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to go to the Ebbs versus A.G. Cox matchup.
Yeah, I'll get you the date on that.
I'll heckle your son from the stands.
Yeah, that's a house divided game here at PRL.
Good stuff. Starting first baseman, right?
Yes, he is. He's doing a great job with that this year. So
excellent.
Had a good start to the season.
And your other son was in the studio. Was that yesterday?
That was today, Clip.
Yeah,
that was about 2 hours ago.
And
how time flies.
It does. Yeah, I get my days mixed up. He voted no. Troy D does not deserve a point in the bracket pool for writing Iona instead of Iowa.
He told me that. It was funny. We were listening to you guys yesterday in the car. And he thought it was hysterical, first of all. And he's like, Dad, I'm not going to give you the vote for you. I'm looking at him like, thanks, Bryce. He's like, well, I don't want you to get closer to me. I'm in this thing, too.
He does have a vested interest. And as the standings sit now, y'all are tied.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'd be ahead of him if that's the case. So a little selfish there, Bryce Dreyfus.
Well, Troy, I've been given something to read here.
All right, let me just say, I was warned that there's going to be a segment on this show that Shirley wants to do that you may or may not like.
You know what Troy said?
What?
Is it mean?
Because you can be mean-spirited at times.
I said, no, it's not mean.
Yeah, and then I said, is it funny?
I can't.
And I said, we'll see.
Mean-spirited.
You can get a little nasty when you get angry.
Since when?
What time is it?
I present the
That's
entire
only
show
off
on
air.
Monday.
That's only off the air.
All right, I don't know what y'all are up to, but I know you're up to something.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants.
Correct.
With a case pending in civil radio court. Both parties have agreed to have their case settled here before Judge Shirley Rhodes in our forum, the People's Court.
Thank you, Deputy Brock.
Oh, I thought he was Doug Llewellyn of this deal.
No, he's Doug Llewellyn after.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I didn't need this
You're
yet.
playing multiple roles here.
2 parts. But anyway, all right. So now, the case before us today.
Do I get a speaking part in this?
No.
I don't see you here in the script.
I told you. It's rigged. The whole thing's rigged.
In the case that was brought before your jury of peers yesterday on an online poll on Facebook.
Dreyfus versus Rhodes.
Dreyfus versus Rhodes. On whether or not you should be awarded a point for putting Iona in a bracket where Iowa and Grand Canyon were to play each other, and then not only you did that once, but you did it twice. For yeses, you had 10. For noes, 14. Therefore, the judgment in this case is you will not be awarded this point. You will remain in third place, tied with your son. Court is adjourned.
Give me back my son.
I am now outside the chambers with Troy Dreyfus. Troy, you just heard the ruling in this case. What do you think?
Well, Doug Llewellyn, let me just say I don't agree with the decision, and I did not politic to get votes either. I could have easily contacted 5 friends to vote and put the total over. I did not do that. I did not contact anybody.
Thank you for having integrity.
I did not even share it on my personal page. I could have easily swayed the vote. I chose not to do that. I don't agree with the decision. I think it's a wrong decision. The intent was Iowa. I still believe it was a sloppy W that I wrote there. But I will accept the ruling, and I will not take the point, and I will move on. And I feel that karma is a real thing, and perhaps, who's to say, I don't win anyway without the point.
Interesting. Thank you, Troy.
Yes.
For your thoughts.
And as far as politicking, as you like to put it, there was nothing in the rules
Campaigning is better. Is what I meant to say. Yeah.
There was nothing in the rules that says you couldn't
I
do
didn't say
that, number one.
Correct. I chose not to, is what I'm saying.
As you can see up on the board, there's been an amended rule sheet. So down at the bottom in bold, and with an asterisk beside it, it says Shirley has, what does it say? I can't see that far out.
If you don't know your own rules, it's
No. I just can't see that far away. Shirley has final say-so in any disputes.
I don't know if I like this.
Well, then you count them.
Good point. Do I read my final line now?
Yes, please.
Don't take the law into your own hands. You take them to court.
People's court.
Pirate court.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That was good.
Yeah.
If I could read litigants better, it would have been good.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting word.
Wouldn't it be ironic? Isn't it ironic?
Alanis.
If I end up winning this whole thing.
It would be a great story, but we love our stories this time of year.
We do love a story. What a comeback this would be.
It would be an incredible comeback.
Yep. Or if I lose it, if I lose it by 1 point, you'll never hear the end of it.
Redbeard says Troy D being the bigger hump. Good on you, Troy. What is the W, Shirley?
Oh, it's
Remember this next time you're writing the W, Troy D.
Yeah, okay. It's two little butt cheeks.
Two little butt cheeks.
Two little butt cheeks.
Think about that.
Yeah.
A lowercase W.
When I tried to show you, when I covered the backside of the A up, it almost kind of was a sloppy W.
Only after you zoomed in about 3,000 times.
And then you could see where the W and the A connected, and I think that's where it got confusing. So that was what the situation was, but I will take this ruling and move on, and next time I will write a little clearer so that way there's no misunderstanding.
Thank you.
Turkey tears.
Now,
Two tiny ass cheeks.
What do you have to say for yourself writing ver? There was a lot of conversation about that.
I thought that's fun. I didn't really think about it until afterwards. Virginia. I just didn't feel like writing. I started to write out Virginia, and then I stopped at the
You
R.
didn't feel like writing like 3 letters like you did for ver.
Well, and then I was afraid I'd misspell Virginia because that's happened before,
and that would not have gotten you a point. We
Correct.
just learned.
And if I guess I can say it. It's a body part. If I put down, instead of Virginia, I would have been disqualified there too.
If you spell that
from Virginia, you're automatically disqualified.
That's happened.
Well, Virginia.
From who?
They left out it was West Virginia.
Yeah.
They won like a NIT or
West
something.
Virginia. They did 1 year.
They did spell it wrong.
They did.
Wait, who was it that did that?
That's
I think
West Virginia.
I think whoever made their T-shirts,
Yeah.
like the team.
Oh.
Yeah, the team.
Oh, that's just wrong on so many different levels.
Congratulations to the NIT champions, West Virginia.
I'm trying to find a picture of it, but I remember the team was like wearing them.
Yeah. No one noticed for a while. That was the funny part.
Yeah. All right, so that has been settled.
Oh, and my buddy that pointed that out is a huge UVA fan, by the way. He's a fraternity brother of mine, actually.
But we all know Virginia is UVA.
Right, he loves Virginia, so he kind of took that personal. But
yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I come up with my own abbreviations.
Brian Bailey might
Are you a
have
big fan of E-Car that they put on TV?
I am not, but that is an abbreviation for East Carolina.
E-Car.
Brian Bailey might have something to say to you on the next press box.
About ver?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about that today.
Yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of press box, we're going to do a press box next week. So we'll have a March Madness edition of the press box coming your way. We're going to do a press box podcast.
I know over the years you've talked about
Tuesday,
Bailey.
I meant to tell you that Tuesday. So,
all right,
you're going to be a part of it. Yeah.
I'll be here. You talk about Bailey's mustache in a negative light over the years a lot. He's got a pretty badass look going right now, Troy.
Is that what you call it?
You disagree?
It looks a little creepy to me.
With he's got the whole handlebar.
Yeah, I know his wife Melissa can't stand it, and and I know that because he tells me that every time I see him.
Well, that's his wife. You're his friend,
right? I kind of side with
bother
Melissa.
you?
Yeah, he looks creepy with it. Like I think Bailey's a guy that looks better with no facial hair. Some people can look good with facial hair.
I think the shorter, like the smaller the mustache.
That's a good Bailey laugh, by the way, Chan. Let's hear that one more time. This guy's been on fire with his impersonations lately.
I'll come in there, Troy. No, I think it's a good look for him. It's all going away next week. Yeah,
I don't know about that. I think it would have been a better look if he kept the whole goatee going.
It's not goatee March.
Jim Roll.
Guys, I have a little bit of breaking news here.
We're busy, Shirley, talking about important things. Okay, go ahead.
Mind your own business, Shirley.
Oh, man, this is some news right here.
Uh-oh.
Stephen Igoe just tweeted out
Igoe.
Oh, no.
ECU freshman guard Noah Farrakhan is in the transfer portal, according to a source.
Yeah.
Former highly touted recruit as part of the 2020 class.
I almost made a joke today. So the Baruti thing, did you see that yesterday where Batumba Baruti, Igoe reported, was in the portal, but it turned out it was it Joseph Baruti from Jason Baruti from ECU, East Central University?
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
They have a Baruti too?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Very confusing.
At ECU.
That's crazy.
So, that's pretty easy to
I will give you this clip. I don't love all your jokes, but your joke about the first guy that was in the portal for us.
Oh, he lost his luster?
Yes.
Lost the luster.
Well done, my friend.
Thanks.
Well done.
I almost joked today when Igoe was on that Joe Farrakhan from East Central had entered the portal, and now the actual Noah Farrakhan is in the portal. So there you go.
The portal is active. One
of the highest, highly touted recruits that has come to ECU basketball in a while is leaving. Kind of saw the writing on the wall there. Something just didn't click with him this season.
Yeah, well, they're saying travel season's going to pick up a lot now that the COVID stuff is down, so that could affect the portal. More people traveling through it.
All right. I don't like all your jokes, and that was one of them that I didn't like.
All right, well, that was a test. It's like a kitchen.
This is only a test.
Yeah. Not every recipe is going to make it to the oven.
To your point, Troy, you said a moment ago, he's not the last one.
No, I'm hearing they're going to, and we've talked with Jeff Charles about this. They're going to bring in a lot of
you got to make room
new commitments. There's only so much room on the team, so I think this is going to continue to happen.
We do our watch list. We have our watch list sound effect, Troy, with all the watch lists.
Oh, yes.
We got to do like a portal update now. There's going to be a ton.
Well, and the Twilight Zone is the perfect music for that.
We'll use that. Yeah. I got to make an intro.
Yeah, and it's now time for Portal Watch.
Chandler, let's do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll have your voice on it.
All right.
Let's take a time out. Come back. We'll get ready to close up shop on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll be back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2020 Cadillac Escalade and save up to $15,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Here today with Splinter, also known as HB Moore to his friends and family. Why F3?
I've been coming to F3 for almost 5 years. After 15 plus years going to the gym with trainers and doing all kinds of stuff, there was something missing and I was bored, and these guys are just phenomenal. I know that I would lay in the bed at 5 o'clock in the morning if somebody hadn't called me the night before and say, hey, I'll see you in the morning. So it's critical to get up and get going, and great fun when you get here.
1 letter, 1 number, F3. Learn more today at f3enc.com.
Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts is your hometown shop for gifts and fresh flowers. You can find unique items like Brewmate and apparel by Southern Couture, Simply Southern, and Bella Cotton. The Farmville Flower Basket also has items coming in daily for the spring and summer. Whether it's a gift or a flower arrangement for that special someone, you can find it at Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts. Give them a call today at 753-4217 or stop by their shop on Main Street in Farmville.
You demand perfection. That's why you drive the perfect car. Okay, maybe it's not exactly perfect, but it's perfect to get you to Domino's for their perfect $7.99 carry-out deal. Carry out any 3-topping pizza or a 10-piece order of wings, smothered in delicious sauces like hot buffalo, garlic parmesan, and honey barbecue, just $7.99 each. Demand the perfect carry-out deal at Domino's. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Joe Dooley. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for all athletes at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experience and professional services, call the folks at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Birdland, as we welcome fans back to Oriole Park this season, we've set up some game day health and safety policies to keep everyone safe. At Oriole Park, this includes limited capacity pod seating, cashless transactions, mask mandates, and other policies. Get game day ready by purchasing tickets online for easy and contactless entry into the ballpark. Your energy fuels Birdland, and we're excited to welcome you back. View our complete list of game day health and safety protocols at Orioles.com/welcome back.
Join the staff at CPW's in Greenville for a classic road trip down Highway 61 as they feature excerpts from their classic Blues Highway food and drink menu. Come celebrate Blues Brothers Night every Thursday with bar specials. Open for lunch with new lunch specials and everyday features, including pizza, salad, and quesadillas. Also offering drop-off catering for work and school events. CPW's, Stanton Square, across from the hospital in Greenville.
0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market report for the day. It was a good day. The Dow was up 199 points and closed at 32,619. The NASDAQ was ahead 15 at 12,977, and the S&P was up 20 at 3,909. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Barat.
Fun show today, fun Hour 3, Troy D.
Man, this was fun, and if anything, we'll remember, we might have come up with the marketing idea of the century for ECU Athletics. The Celebrity Oklahoma Drill, where we had someone suggest me take on some guy named Henry. Is he even still around anymore? If he's available. I've committed. Sure. I'm in. Do we have a listener suggest this, Shirley? Shirley Rhodes
and Patrick Johnson
versus Patrick Johnson. How would Vince McMahon pump that up?
Shirley, you and PJ in a cage.
Bring it on.
Intergender championship match. Live at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
I'll put
on the list.
Every penny I have on Shirley Rhodes. I'm riding with Shirley.
You're on the roads.
I'm riding roads, yeah, so to speak.
Oh, God.
I'm Team Pirate Radio on this. This would be so much fun.
I would hope so.
Clip, who did we say? who could you take on? Clip's welcome to. Josh Graham.
Josh Graham, yeah.
It'll be the first sanctioned one.
Yeah.
You've already won a non-sanctioned event.
Yeah.
You already actually did a Oklahoma drill on him at AJ McMurphy's one night.
So I like my chances.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the favorite in that.
Yeah, I think Pirate Radio would run the table.
Glenn Griffin versus Rick Barnes.
All right, we're out of time. Enjoyed it.
Fun show. See you.
Friday, 3 o'clock. We'll do it all over again. We'll see you folks then. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio.